Right,
Shit, that was cursed.
We should be
My
live.
bad.
Talking to
Mary will join us shortly. Okay. So, as you all are standing in this now dark and silent mosaic chamber, how would you like to proceed? Bertie, you said you were checking the northern door. You wanted to see if there were gaps between the doors or if these
Yeah,
two...
is there any gap, no matter how small? I'm looking just to see if there's literally any gaps that I could,
With
squeeze
the
through.
bright light that you now have emanating from you, looking at this door, it is easily seen that there are two separate doors, and they are butted up against one another. But it is a flat seal. There's no passage of air that you can tell.
Not like a bathroom stall where you can kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not at the bottom and not as far as you can see up the center.
Okay.
I feel
Okay.
like I'd just rip it off its hinges if it was bathroom stall kind of priest. I'm with you though. Whisk me away.
Hey, I gotta ask. You gotta ask.
I'll whisk you. I'm whisk you. I'll whisk you. I'm sorry.
All right. I guess we'll if nobody's got anything for the north door.
I can hit it real good, but other than that,
Yeah, I mean the nerds have already done their thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we know that the Grint thing has those tiles, but we can't seem to activate them or figure out
No,
what
hold
to
on
do.
here. The green thing. Oh, the blood tiles, right?
Yeah, the tiles
mosaic
make
of the god Grenth in the middle of the room.
Yeah, we added
It
all
does
our
have
bullshit.
some old dried blood splatters on it.
Right, the
fresh
blood
blood.
sweaters.
Yeah, we all tried
Deduced
cutting ourselves.
last time that the blood on the tiles does appear to have some kind of effect, but it's much like casting a spell where you're missing some other component that you would need.
Oh Jesus.
Okay. No, that's probably metagaming. We never did figure out why those did we ever figure out that first door puzzle with the lanterns? Like we never figured that out.
Well,
Not really.
You dispelled the illusion hiding the script and discovered that speaking the incantation carved into the floor was how to open the door.
But we never figured out the glow in the dark thing. Although we've been in here in the dark. I think when we originally came in, it was dark.
Yeah, it was dark when we came in.
Okay. I was like, I didn't want to. Okay.
Yeah, the dark mantles that were on the ceiling last time we got together that attacked you only did so when you brought light into the room.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go to this archer's room then, or whatever, ranger room.
Ranger room.
Okay.
Again, check to make sure the door isn't trapped.
All right. Make an investigation check.
Can we unpause the game? I'd like to take a step back. Walk
away.
I'd like to not be there, actually.
I'd like to not be in the center of the Grant image.
I don't like proximity to the death god. No, I don't.
I'll be on 20.
Not working?
No.
There you go.
Did that work? Okay.
Yeah. Whew. We've had some trouble in our other campaign with that not working.
Alarm is going off.
Was it my phone? Thank you. 13. So with a 13, Kala, as far as you can tell, it doesn't appear to be trapped. There are no wires or hitches or knobs or anything that you can see from this side. It is similarly two stone slabs kind of pressed up against each other, but as you sort of press a little bit on it, it doesn't appear to be locked. They seem to give. It's kind of a heavy push, but you can do it.
All right, I'll open the door.
All right. Bauer. As you push these doors open, you find yourselves in another kind of rough-cut stone passageway, ceiling about 15 feet high, that descends into darkness at a lower level, fairly steeply. Take a couple of seconds and descend these stairs and then kind of twist and turn a little bit. Eventually, you find yourself facing south, and the stairs open into what looks like a little alcove, and looking through the archway at the end of your tunnel, you see like a small alcove, and there is a flickering source of pale blue-white light to your left around the corner that you cannot see. What is your marching order? I assume Kala's in the lead.
I'll go shortly behind Kala.
I can follow up the rear.
Okay.
We'd like.
I'll be in front of Brina.
I'll be in front of Birdie.
I'll follow up your rear, Bertie. Heyo.
Wouldn't be the first, won't be the last.
Heyo.
The passage itself is about 10 feet wide, so you can kind of double up if you want.
Hey, Birdie, we can double up.
Bertie's such a bum.
Wouldn't be the first time I've been double teamed either.
So, standard disclaimer, we are playing with live ammo. Be careful where you move your tokens.
AKA
Yes, you
reptiles.
find
We
yourself
just went to a
coming to
whole
the
new
end
map.
of this tunnel, and Kala, you're just about 5 feet from the opening, and you can see there's this small alcove. It's about 10 feet deep, maybe 15 or 20 feet wide, side to side. But just to your left, around the corner, as you leave this tunnel, you can see there's some kind of pulsing, flickering blue-white light.
Okay. Does the floor look solid and safe? Does anything look weird about it?
Make a perception check with disadvantage. 26. Okay. Yeah, even in the low light, there's just enough illumination coming from this blue-white flickering source that yes, it looks like this opens out into a flat, tiled floor that appears to be solid ground. It is old and cracked in the majority of the surface that you can see, but it does appear to be solid.
Okay.
So you guys watch as Kala exits into this small kind of antechamber, and Kala, as you do so, around to your left to the east, because you're facing south, you see that there are 3 short but wide steps kind of carved into this floor, and it opens out into a wide, deep chamber within the earth that has thick, gnarled roots flowing down from the 20-foot high ceiling along rough-cut stone walls. I think from your vantage point, you can see that a large crack has formed in the floor, running from north to south, and the telltale blue-white radiance of the faux fire illuminates the chamber with an eerie, flickering glow. Foundry's so cool because I can click on you and see what you can see. Yeah, you can see that there is at least one big, kind of irregularly shaped stone pillar formed when like a stalactite and a stalagmite merged, blocking part of your view. And you guys at this point can just barely see like the faded outline of Kala as she's dimly illuminated as she's peering out through this opening.
All right, I would like to sneak forward a little.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I'll follow slowly behind Kala, but if she's looking like she's trying to stealth, I'll stay like 15 to 20 feet behind her and move very slowly.
A nap in the background.
She's
Heyo.
taking a nap.
Oh my god, I'm so tired, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Dude, I am with you right now.
I had to filter mucus through a tiny tube. I'm sorry, guys, but that's how it is. Did you say mucus?
Yep.
Yeah, our disease that we study is cystic fibrosis, so everything we grow eventually ends up in
some sort of mucusy substance.
That's cool and disgusting.
You
So-
definitely win the Crappy Day Award.
Thank you,
It
scientist.
burnt my hand. I don't really know. Anyway, I'm trying to get on here as fast as possible.
It's all good. So Galator, you're following about 20 feet behind Kala.
Yeah, and I'll also try and kind of go slow and stealthily.
So as you come to the end of the hall, you see her kind of creeping up towards the edge. Kala, if you want to move your token, show me where you're going.
All right, I'm gonna move just like here.
Okay. So as you enter into some of this light that is emitting from the faux fire, from this crevice that's kind of cracked and opened up in the floor, make a stealth check.
Okay.
I assume you're being stealthy.
Yeah, I'm being stealthy.
And then tell her what saving throw to make, right?
Go ahead and put that in there, just in case you were doing.
Constitution saving throw. You're stunned.
My favorite is, what's your AC?
Indefinitely stunned.
Oh no, we saw that, Ryan.
Yeah, we can see
Yeah,
that.
somebody rolled perception, huh?
Okay.
They rolled a shit perception.
Never.
Right.
Yeah,
Let's all
no,
just run in there, guys.
no fibbing that one. Get him, get him.
We'll
Oh, it's
surprise
because I
them.
had to delete my cookies last week. Yeah. Shit. Okay.
Oh, my
Hopefully that
cookies.
didn't change anything weird here. But yes, as you round that corner and kind of slice the pie to look out, you see that there's another stone pillar further across the room. You can see that there are what look like two massive tree trunks on the far side of this deep cavern, and a stone sarcophagus standing on a raised dais along the eastern wall. The sarcophagus itself has two thick rings of stone that appear to be holding it to the floor. There are scorch marks covering it and the surrounding area. Behind
so.
this dais, on the wall itself, is a tall statue of the human goddess Malandru. You can just make out to your north, on the north wall, behind the stone pillar, is what looks like a pretty good sized fountain set within like a deep sconce in the wall. And looking at this sarcophagus, you see floating in the air about 10 feet above the tomb and a little bit behind it, so between the tomb and the statue of the goddess, is what looks like the form of a human male, all pale, outlined, semi-transparent, but also bound within a shimmering spherical field of some sort. And standing on the ground beside the sarcophagus is a 9-foot tall humanoid creature with massive horns, bare chest, with what looks like a thin, like silk red and purple vest, large gold chains around his neck, and a massive longsword stabbed into the floor at his foot, like a wicked curve to it at the very end, alight with flame. And he is staring in your direction.
This looks like a human, not
It
a
is
char.
not a char. It is like
Definitely not a
9
char,
feet
okay.
tall, very muscular, no fur. The skin itself is like a deep ruddy orangish red, and you can see like it's tapping one of its feet almost impatiently, and it has what looks like a silk slipper with a curved front of the toe, in
Okay.
a sort of like Middle Eastern Egyptian style. Standing where you are,
Okay.
you hear it, and you hear the tapping of the foot.
I will just make some hand motions to everyone to let them know there is a big enemy ahead.
Huh.
What is Kala doing with their hands? What's that mean?
Kalatai, shut the fuck up.
What is she doing with her hands? Shut up.
Can I see exactly what the hand motions are though? Is it like
At the moment, you cannot see them.
Galatar and I see
Yeah.
it, though.
Yeah, I'm just
Gal-
talking
Galtar
to
and
Alexa
can kinda see
because she's like right there.
It looks bad. It looks really bad.
I don't know what she's doing, but whatever.
Then I'm gonna pull out my bow and get an arrow ready.
Oh shit!
how fucking is?
Shit!
I think we're in a shoot first. Talk later
Then I
situation.
guess if the others can't see Kala, I'll make hand gestures to them and act like a crossbow being fired.
Alright,
Maybe that'll
Ga-
mean
Galtar kind of
Kala's gonna
signals
shoot.
the rest of you like potential combat.
Ooh,
How
when
do
I
you
see Kala
react?
do that, can I go ahead and activate my blade song?
Yeah.
I mean, I got my fucking sword out, but maybe that's how we do it.
Okay.
Really
so you guys draw
quick.
your weapons. Yeah.
Just for my reference, I know we can't see her, but is Kala to the west or the east?
She is about here.
Okay. And there's something off to then the east that we can't see?
Yes. You
Okay.
guys can kind of see like some flickering illumination, but right now you're all so far back in the tunnel that's really all you're kind of limited to your field of view outside the end of the tunnel you're in.
Okay.
What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna try and scurry across to here.
Make a stealth check.
6.
6.
Yeah, how's that perception roll then?
I think it was a 7.
About the rest of you, you're staying.
Notice
where you are.
Ryan did not reach for his mouse to re-roll that shit. That's his standing roll.
I am continuing to. I don't know. I love to hit shit.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right, guys, I got
Everybody's like
this.
a
I'm
Navy
gonna
SEAL.
go right here. Don't worry.
Can I turn? Can I Valiant Wild shape into like a darker feathered like little owl?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess if I could with movement, I would like to try and scoot. I don't know. Maybe just like is there any way I could get to like, is there anything to like that would be like quote unquote perchable, like I could perch on?
Where you currently are, not really. It's kind of
Are
smooth, rough.
Are
cut
these
walls.
things on the corners? Are those like torch holder?
Oh yes, those are
Okay.
torch holders.
So
Sorry,
I
yes,
could
they are.
potentially move. I'm gonna just move and land on the one right in front of Brina,
Okay.
I guess. And yeah, I'm an owl.
Oh.
Birdie, are you staying where you are?
For the moment. I'll tell you what, I'll edge a little bit forward.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Kala, as you make your signs and draw your arrow, everyone kind of scoots and starts to get into position. You hear a clear, sort of baritone voice echo from this chamber and says, "At last, a diversion. I was growing bored. Who are you, and what are you doing here?"
Well, we. And he kind of walks out into the hallway. We are the excuse me. We are the Trollskull Six, and we're visiting. We're just passing through, really. Who are you?
Who am I? I can give you my name, but to truly know it, and thus myself, would require a bit more intimacy. And Kala, you kind of see he raises his hand that's not holding onto his longsword, and he says, Ignis, ambula mecum. And suddenly there is a brilliant flash of flame as the brazier at the foot of this dais right in front of him, previously empty and kind of hard to see in the lighting, roars into flame. And from these spiraling flames, a large humanoid shape begins to form of seemingly living flame
Right.
itself. Something you've seen once before. You have previously fought a fire elemental in the Thalmanova reactor.
Oh, interesting. So you do flame things. I do glitter, so it's, everybody's got a shtick. So you mentioned intimacy. I'll admit, and I'll step up next behind Kala. I'll admit I am one to be wooed. So I can't even see. What's the ball behind him? There's a person in there?
There is a spectral, ghostly figure that appears to be trapped in this rotating sphere of crackling energy.
Can I do an insight check on this figure? Are they supposed to be in there? Do they look panicked? Do they look
Make an insight check.
trying to get out?
I'll say, well, actually, now you can make that insight check as a straight roll because there is bright light filling this chamber, and you do now see as well, standing behind Kala, that the flames that are creating this elemental creature are not taking on the ghostly bluish white hue like other flames have in this ruin.
Interesting.
So
That's
23.
a 23 insight.
The spectral figure appears to be in agony. It is twitching and writhing, its mouth open in a silent scream. But it's kind of hard to see because the field itself sort of obscures it, but it appears to be bound here. And this entity standing at the sarcophagus says, I have not heard of this Trollskull Six. But again I ask, and do not take me for a fool. What are you doing here?
Alex forgets the overall reason. Let me look at my notes.
I'm here to kill Flame Legion.
Where are we here? Why are we here, guys?
check.
Honestly.
Persuasion check.
I
From the
have a
angry
question.
ghosts, right?
Kala beat you to
Yeah.
it.
Oh, it's the guy.
In the ghost angry.
We've heard of
In the Ash Legion person.
disturbances.
In the
Question: What
What's your
happened?
question?
So one of my last notes from last time was that guy running back down a hallway yelling "Immalor, beware intruders." Is that this? Is this the
Yes.
hallway that we continued down, or did we backtrack and just go
No,
somewhere
he-
else?
So that shade that you sort of released from a glyph, which we forgot to go over in the recap, it went through a door heading north into the room with the mosaic tiles, and after that you don't know where he went.
Okay. And then we were in the room with the mosaic tiles, and now
And you
we.
went east.
Okay, I'm good. I was confused how we got here.
Also, real quick, I remember one random thing. Does Kala have a shadow right now?
No, Kala does not have a shadow right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
wait, what does that have to do?
So you miss this part as you at the four-way intersection where there was the cathedral, the ossuary, and the mosaic room.
Mhm.
As you entered the hallway to go to the mosaic room, Kala stepped on an invisible glyph trap. There was a flash of blinding light, and her shadow animated and became a creature that started shouting out a warning and fled into the mosaic chamber. And Kala has no shadow at the moment. She's also vulnerable to necrotic damage.
Bruh. This
Yeah,
is a
but-
wild dungeon.
We don't know that part,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you know you don't feel right.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah,
feel
no,
bad.
you feel like a little weak. Like a
Okay.
little bit of your vitality is
Like Peter
there's a
Pan at the
weird,
beginning
almost
of
like
the
a
movie.
numbness is starting to set in, but it's kind of like your skin's falling asleep, but it's not quite numb. It's a very strange
Okay,
sensation.
I thought I didn't know anything was weird with the shadow.
Yeah, I would say you don't know the specifics of
Yeah.
it, but you know something's going on, for sure.
Okay.
With a 14 persuasion, telling him you're here to kill Flame Legion, you can see a little smirk, and one longer than usual canine tooth is kind of revealed in his kind of fanged grin.
Testicles.
What was his name again? He said something. He was like, "Oh,
He did not say his name.
He said a
I think it was a spell.
incantation. Yeah.
oh, is
to-
that what that
Yeah,
was?"
he said
Activating the.
Ignis Ambula Mecum.
Yeah,
which
Okay, I
in
thought it said.
Latin is
I thought it was
fire,
Ignis,
walk with me.
the ambular maker.
Ignis. You know the one.
Ambulance
I was like,
maker.
okay, cool. His name. All right, we're good now.
But he grins a little bit at you, this almost arrogant smirk, and he says, "Fine by me. The upstart Imilor has brought me to this filthy place to help him regain his honor. I am commanded to remain here, binding this pathetic spirit for Imilor's ritual. This task is beneath me, but at least I can enjoy a bit of sport now that you're here."
Oh crap.
Who is Imilor? You mentioned.
Gore?
No, he's that
Imilor?
coward that ran from me.
Oh.
Oh, so you know Imilor. What is this guy? He's he's humanoid.
He is
Ish.
humanoid. He has humanoid proportions, but his skin is reddish orange, and he has very large horns extending out from his head, covered in like gold necklaces and silken vest and loose
Bro.
pants. Kind of ornate reddish purple silks. Yeah, lots of gold embroidery and trim.
Brina leans towards Birdie and is like, is it just me or is this guy like a little bit hot?
Girl,
Like-
you ain't even close to me.
Yeah, but no, yeah, you're right there and I am right
No, that's
here.
Galatar. I'm over here.
Galatar. Never mind, I come over here.
Yeah, Farina, this is not Bertie.
Galatar, do you
I
think
am
he's kind of
here.
hot?
He's a fairly attractive man.
Okay, just wanted to put it out there.
So before we fight you, would you know anything about Imilor's ritual?
Is he our boss? Or dad?
I
Shit.
do not serve Imilor. I am commanded to obey him temporarily by the balefire. He that summoned me.
Does that mean anything? to
Yeah. Balefire.
Any of
Make
us?
make a history
Uh,
check. Kala, you know
yeah,
exactly who this is.
Fuck, got it, guys. First, yes.
No clue.
17. Yeah, it kind of sounds familiar. Like you've both heard the name before, but it's not specifically something. Kala, you know.
So, there any way we could like break that so you don't have to serve him? Because he's kind of a dick.
I mean, look, he's making you do grunt work. That's nobody likes that.
He's too hot for grunt work.
Yes.
Wrong
well,
kind of grunt work.
On this we are agreed. Unfortunately, it is my essence that binds this spirit, and I doubt you are up to such a task. But come, peasants. Learn the power of Syed ibn Kolat, Lord of the Ashen Wastes. And I need all of you to roll initiative.
And I need you to put that in chat because I know I can't spell.
I was like, Sayed even Gola.
Fucking shit.
Ooh,
Oh
baby.
man, he was Ryan. You put him just far enough away to really piss me off.
I don't want to brag, but I rolled 2 3s. Oh, baby.
I would have never guessed that's how you spell that name.
I was not close, but I feel like I would.
I mean, I had the S right.
Got to SAY and then got a little.
Damn.
Ashen
Sayed
Ways. Okay, now I'm gonna roll it.
ibn Kurat,
Yeah. Let's
Lord of the Ashen Ways.
Let's get that out of the way.
A little combat music. Okay. So he says these words and issues his challenge. Galatar, you are the first to react.
Something about fire just really scares me.
Okay.
Being on the other end of it, that is.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Spell conservation's a bitch. Okay, I'm gonna summon my ice blade to my hand. My elemental blade with my bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move. How far am I from him now? Perfect. I want to be 40 feet from him. So I will stop here and ready my action for if he gets in my range. I would like to either hit him with the blade, or if he gets within 20 feet but stops, I'll throw my blade at him.
Okay. All right. Kala. And Kitri, you're on deck.
Bonus action, take aim and shoot him with the short bow.
Okay. Oh yeah, 30 hits. Is that a crit?
That's a crit.
That is a crit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Dart it off.
That, Jesus Christ. Is it 72?
Yeah.
Oh, please just fucking nuke
Rolled
him,
really
dude.
well.
Yeah, you rolled
It's a lot of 6s.
3 6s on your sneak attack damage.
God
Jesus.
damn.
And
Yeah.
your
He finished the sentence saying, "You'll never beat me," and Kala just right through the throat.
It's dangerously
fucking
on brand for
shit,
Kala.
dude. I have
How's
got
he
to give these
looking?
guys more hit points.
How's he looking?
Fucking
Yeah, 76.
hurt, dude.
That killed me.
Like-
Yeah.
Same.
Or 72 rather, not 76. Still.
Yeah. No,
That fucked my day
Galatar,
up.
you step out and conjure your blade and assume your fighting stance, and this arrow whistles past you, and it just embeds itself in his right pectoral, and you can see him like stagger backward, grabbing the sarcophagus to maintain his footing. He's just, oh, oh, oh. Perhaps I've underestimated you.
Punctured along with that one.
Yeah,
That was
Brito
an
lets out
insane
a
amount of
get
damage.
wrecked, Syed. Bitch.
Okay.
You get bardic inspiration
Is
for
that your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn. That's all I can
All
do.
right. So Kitri, you're up.
Okay, as a bird, forget what my owl stats are, but I'm not gonna use that anyway. I'm gonna scoot doot doot. Yeah, I need to unclick the measuring tool. Come on now, you can do it, computer. All right, I'm scooting forward. I don't think that was 30 feet though. 5, 10. I think that was like 20 feet. I was one further back. I was at this one. And the owl
That'd be
had
40.
owl has a speed of 5 feet and it flies 60. So I would have
Okay.
flown 60, landed on the ground, bonus action unwild shape. And I would like to, while I'm kind of like crouched on the ground, Ray, this isn't about you. I would like to cast a 3rd level ice knife at this boy.
Okay.
because there's no one in the way. Oh, that's a 26 to hit.
That hits.
And then boy takes, when you cast, okay, so the cold damage increases. So he immediately takes 1d10 piercing damage, 4 piercing damage. And then I need him to make
the dex save.
A dex save of 16.
So he makes the save, but the flame elemental, I believe, also has to because he's within 5 feet. Alright, so he needs to make a dex save. Yeah, so they both save.
Okay, so they take half of 3d6 damage because they still.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait. Hit or miss the shard, then explodes. The target on each must succeed on a dexterity save or take. So if they both, I guess they don't take damage
Okay,
at all.
take
Never
the
mind,
full
I misread
damage.
that.
It's okay.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. Alright, let me see, what is... Okay. The fire elemental has... Ooh, that's lovely. Is... Alright, so it can move quite a bit. The fire elemental moves past you, Galatar. Which means...
I see.
Can I take my attack, action, reaction, hold thing?
He does not leave your space.
I held my
you were
action
holding
to
your attack action.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that would be my reaction usage. Okay, so it's this one.
13.
Ooh, 13.
Ooh, 13 just hits.
Oh,
It has an AC of 13.
Hey, what do you know? Then that is 7 points of ice damage. Or cold damage.
Okey
cold
doke.
as ice.
7 points of ice damage. And feeling that blade pass through it, it will move one more space. And Kala. So Galatar, you take 8 fire damage as it passes over and around you. Its flaming form sort of engulfing you for a moment, and you are... Hang on a minute. Yeah, there's no saving throw for that. So it passes all around you, and you are on fire. Like your robes and stuff just catch flame. Kala, same with you. It kind of stops on top of you, engulfing you. You only take 1 fire damage, but you are now on fire as well. And while it is sort of consuming you here, it is going to reach out and try to touch Rena.
Oh no, not me.
That is
Just-
a 12. That does not hit.
Oh no.
That hits though.
What is it?
25.
Oh, that really does.
So you take
Owie.
14 fire damage as this creature
Ouch.
just reaches out and passes its flaming hand directly over you,
Oh,
right across the front of your armor.
oh shit.
bueno.
Hang on.
Yeah. That will bring it to Birdie's turn.
Fucking hell.
Okay. I think everybody's still doing decent.
I use my skirmisher reaction.
Yeah.
All right, to get the hell out of here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna move like over here.
Okay. Within 50 feet of me. No, 50? 60 feet. 60 feet of me. I think that's 60 feet. Yeah, we're 60 feet. I think that's right. Yeah. He's within 60 feet of me, thereabouts, right? I'm measuring 60, but I know this tool is weird.
Yes, he is within 60.
Okay.
Just barely.
Yeah. Then what I will do is pull out my gem of brightness. And I need him to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. $18.
Okay, cool. So he just gets like a flashlight in his face for a second. Great. Oh, okay. I tell you what I'm gonna do after that is I'm going to use. He's looking bad, yeah.
He looked like he took a serious hit.
Okay, but he's not like on death's door or anything.
No.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use my Mantle of Majesty. So once per long rest. Oh, wait a sec. Hold on. I better check this before I say that. Hold. Stand by. Houston, stand by.
That's under ground control.
Yeah, Houston, stand by. 60 feet. Great. We're good. Okay. So I'm gonna use my Mantle of Majesty. Once per long rest, as a bonus action, I can cast Command without expending a spell slot for 1 minute. You can go ahead. I guess I can mark myself. I am concentrating on that. I don't know how to do that in this.
I guess there's.
Oh yeah, I got it. There we go. Yeah, I'm concentrating. So what I want to command him to do is to like the word is like free. It's like I want him to free the spirit of behind him, like release him.
I think that might be a little too complicated. You're directing it to do something to another thing. Most of the commands it's one word simple stuff, but it's not only itself.
Okay, I'll command him to grovel then.
Okay.
If I must.
Right, and that is
yeah. Birdie just looks at him and goes, "Beg for it."
God.
Birdie makes all of it.
What's your
so he
stealth
needs to make a what's the save? A wisdom save, and it's a DC 17, I believe. Yeah, boy.
Rolled a 15.
Bard buckets. Buckets.
Falls prone and then ends its turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, these damn spellcasters.
You step out from behind your pillar just briefly enough to shout this command. Galator, you see him extend his hand, and you guys watch as. Is that the end of your turn?
I want to use a little movement. If I can go, let's see. Where does this go? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna go right about there.
Okay.
Kind of fan out a little bit, get some spread here.
Okay. And on its turn, this 9-foot tall, red-skinned, horned creature with this flaming longsword takes a knee and then lays the sword down on the ground, and it's looking at you the whole time, and it's in its eyes. You don't even need insight to see just pure hate.
Yeah.
Birdie just gonna
Abases
give him a little
itself.
kiss.
It leans down, puts both hands on the ground, and bows its head until its horns actually touch the ground in front of it. And then it raises its head up just to kind of stare at you, but it remains where it is.
Yeah, Birdie
He's
just
got
says.
a devilish
Birdie just goes.
name.
Birdie just. You're good at that. You must have a lot of practice.
Oh.
Brina, you're up, and Alexa,
About
you're
to
next.
end this man's whole career.
Oh my
I guess there's a fucking fire elemental in front of me. And he's
Uh-huh.
pretty big, and I can't really get around him. I imagine it would hurt if I tried to walk through him because he's made of fire. I'll
You're a
say it.
wise woman.
Ooh, man, really putting that 0, 10 intelligence to work. Okie doke. When in doubt, hit it. I'm gonna use that shadow touch longsword, baby, and I'm gonna reckless attack. Please hit him.
Oh!
I will say also, you are also on fire.
Oh, cool,
When
yeah.
it touched you, it ignited you as well.
Can I say that I'm raging before I rolled that? No. Is that cheating? A little.
No, I kind of assumed
Okay.
you would your first turn anyway.
Yeah, I meant
But
to. I'm
you
sorry.
do take 5 fire damage at the start of your turn because you are burning.
Man, everything hurts today. All right.
Yes, a
Okay.
30 will hit.
The fire will keep the
Cool.
rage easy.
That's the I get a brittle critical now as well.
Yeah, it threw a
So it's
D4 on
one-handed damage
there. Oh.
because I
Okay.
have.
Yeah. So brutal is brutal cool. Oh my god.
No, you got it,
Brutal
dog.
critical. Is that an extra D8?
No, they already calculated it. It's an extra 1d10. It's just whatever the damage for the. Oh, well,
So I think it should be a 1d8 if you're rolling.
it is supposed to be 1d8.
Okay, so
Oh, Ryan. I'll just roll
It's
it.
got both of them on
14 for the one-handed. Critical damage is 5, so 19. It rolled a d10, but it's fine. It rolled a 4, so 23. 23
Yeah.
damage,
23 damage.
and it is magical damage. So
That's an additional something because I'm raging
Plus
though.
3.
I think it's +3 now. Yeah.
okay.
But I don't think it added it on that.
No, I don't think it did.
All right.
That's okay.
Okay. Very strong.
A very nice hit. You kind of cleave through it and you watch as it kind of splits briefly into 2 separate sections and then swirls back together.
Now, tell me this one. Does it look like it had the normal amount of effect on this big fiery elemental boy? Or would you say that it.
As far as you can tell, yeah.
Okay.
No, it did not like that.
Oh, all right, cool.
From,
Good to
from,
know.
from your magical sword.
It didn't care for that one bit.
He honestly didn't love it. 21?
21 will hit, yeah.
Okie doke. One-handed.
Oh, there did your rage damage.
Oh, cool. That's
fine.
15.
15, okay.
All right, eat shit, fire elemental.
Yeah.
That probably wasn't necessary, but
Is that the end of your turn?
yeah, that's the end of my turn. I'm not gonna move since he's so ding dang big.
So Alexa, you're up,
Get
and
away.
Galatar, you're on deck.
Yeah. I definitely don't want to be on the receiving end of any sort of fire.
Yeah, dog.
So I am also going to stay put, but I guess we gotta spend some spells on this guy. So yes, I start pulling off the eyes on my robe like I normally do, and they come off looking all fiery until they turn to ice cubes, and I will transmute them to 3 little bolts of ice. So 1, 2, 3. 15 is the lowest.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So 19 cold damage.
Okay.
And I will just stay put, and hopefully we'll whittle this thing down.
Yeah. Brina, you can feel the coolness in the air as these enchanted ice balls pass over you and slam into this creature, and they sizzle and turn to steam as they hit it.
Nice.
But you can see it kind of pelted back a little bit and thrown off. It is hurt.
Nuts.
Actually, that elemental's looking pretty rough.
Good.
All right, so that brings it to Galatar, and Kala, you're on deck.
Okay, I'll move my full 40 feet of movement walking towards this guy.
So he is prone.
And he is
He is.
prone, so I would like to take out my nice little plus, or I don't have my +1, just my regular rapier. And I'm gonna try and jab through his neck that is currently extended out. So that'd be advantage. So the first attack is a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Okay. And that is 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
The second attack,
And this is from.
I have two. I have an extra attack. I have 2 attacks.
I mean, what weapon are you using?
Oh, my rapier.
Okay. Got
Yeah. Just stabbing through his neck.
Yeah.
And then where is it?
15.
15 to hit. Okay. 9 points of damage. And then bonus action, I would like to try and slice through his neck with my cold blade.
21 will hit.
5 points of cold damage.
All right. So you guys watch as Galatar runs over and just starts slashing away with his dual blades at this creature that is on the ground, is trying to like raise its blade to parry some of these blows, and it is not working very well. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's everything I can do.
All right. Kala's up, and Keytree, you're on deck.
Yeah, I'm still on fire, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna use my action to put out the flames.
How much damage do I take from being on fire, boss?
Thank you. Yes.
I forgot.
4
On
fire,
fire
damage.
damage. Fire damage? No, it's on fire damage. Owie.
Yeah, so Kala, you just kind of like
Not again.
press up against the wall and start patting yourself out and take that time to douse those flames.
I will move a little and try to hide behind this pillar.
Ooh. So at the start of your turn, you do take the fire damage before you have that, and I rolled a 0, so a 10 fire damage.
Okay.
That definitely sucks.
Feeling that heat, you pat it out, and now you are no longer on fire, and you will not take that damage any longer.
Okay.
You're trying to hide from the okay.
I guess
Well, neither one of them are currently really looking at you,
okay.
so we'll say behind that pillar you are able to hide with a 22 stealth. That beats both of their passive perception, so you are hidden.
Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. The elemental will.
Marked.
Oh, no, it will continue to swing at Brina.
It does have advantage.
Did you go reckless?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm just glad I have my cool shield. That probably won't.
So it's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that does hit.
So you take 14 fire damage.
Halved. Okay.
Yeah, because you're raging. Yeah, so 7. The second attack is a critical.
You. Anybody grave cleric in the house?
Right.
So
Nice.
that,
Take it off.
after being halved, that is 10 fire damage.
Oh.
And you are
Yeah.
still burning, so you are still on fire.
You're smoldering, Brina.
Actually,
That
don't
is-
look great.
Its turn. So that brings it to Bertie.
Okay. First things first, I would like to use my command that I am concentrating on and command this boy to.
Did I not
Yeah,
get
So
my
he's
turn?
already prone.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Keytree. Did
I think
Keytree not
Keytree
go?
did, yeah.
Did I? Oh no.
Could be Keytree.
You're right. I did. I skipped Keytree. I'm
I
sorry.
know.
Oh, I know. How horrible. So I'm gonna do. I haven't done very much. I'm gonna scoot. Would I be able to tell? Is Brina technically within 5 feet of the fire elemental
Yes.
boy?
Yeah, you can see she is
Okay.
actively engaged in melee combat with it.
Okay. Well, I was thinking about ice knifing either one of them, but clearly that's not gonna work. I can probably do this. Oh, okay. We're just gonna try this at second level. I'm going to cast Moonbeam. God.
Okay.
But it's going to be. So it's a 5-foot radius and it's a 40-foot high cylinder, and I'm gonna cast it on our tall friend.
Okay.
Unless he's who would I be able to tell? Well, I guess they're both looking bad. Tall man's getting it because that's who I was focused on, anyways. He makes a con save.
I don't know if that's gonna work or not. A con save. Let me grab my thing here.
And if he's a shapeshifter, he makes its saving throw with disadvantage.
He is not.
Okay.
What's the DC he's trying to beat?
16.
Rolled a 17.
God. Okay, so he still takes like half damage on a success, so he's taking 7 damage.
Give me 1 second while I. This here. Yeah, we'll put that over top of him.
And then if he starts his turn there, he repeats it again.
So I think we're gonna hold on to that damage.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah. So he takes damage when he enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts his turn there, not when you cast it.
Okay.
But he will start his turn there, so he will have to make that. He's already failed the con save, so he'll take that
Okay,
14 damage at the start of his turn.
I'm fine with that.
And that's radiant.
Didn't
Yeah.
you say he succeeded the con save, Brian?
Yeah, he still takes
Sorry,
half
yeah.
damage.
Yeah, he takes 7.
Yeah. So he'll take 7.
Radiant.
Yeah, at the start of his turn.
Radiant.
Okay. Yeah, so Galatar, you're like wailing away on this guy, and as you stop to take a breath, you can see him looking at Birdie, and his head kind of inclines upward towards you. This beam of moonlight descends from the ceiling over him, just slams into the floor, and you can see him.
Fucking Ion
He
King.
bears now this fully like fanged maw in pain is now kind of bared up at you. Is that the end of your turn, Kitri?
Yes.
Alright, so that brings it to Birdie.
All right. So he's still holding on to his wicked sword-looking thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. Then my next command will be to drop.
Okay.
And he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
I think. See the drop.
So for
Son
drop,
of a
the
bitch,
target
that
drops
spell.
whatever it's holding.
God.
and then
yeah,
ends
and
its
it
turn.
Ends its turn.
Yeah.
Come on.
Wisdom save.
20.
Oh!
Is that the end of your turn, my son?
No, that's just my bonus action. I have a whole ass action I can use.
You
The
you
dash?
say that, you say drop, and you point to that sword, and you can see he momentarily, like as he's yowling in pain, he kind of looks down at the sword and then looks at you. I think not, little mouse.
Little mouse.
You gotta stop calling us mice, man.
I can't cast any spells. Take it away from the spell page, Alex.
Unless you have cantrip.
Interesting. Yeah, it's not gonna do anything.
Minor illusion.
That's what I was thinking. Is if I could have dropped it and then snatched that sword at the mage hand or something.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting that he would do that. I had not planned for that eventuality.
There was no plan B.
No. Okay. Tell you what, I'll expend another gem of brightness pop at him.
Okay.
So I need to make him to make a con save.
Uh, 10.
He is blinded for a minute.
Oof.
Okay.
He gets to remake that save at the end of each of his turns, but for now he is blind.
Blind. Okay.
Yeah,
Where
Birdie,
did you
Birdie,
go, little
Birdie.
mouse?
Yeah, as he like looks at Birdie, Birdie's just like, very poor choice, and she's kind of like, "Whatcha?" and laser pointer in the eye.
The old laser
Okay.
pointer in the eye.
Okay. Oh, right. So.
Oh no.
Oh, man. How is.
How do you want to
He-
do this?
Right.
Takes this sword and he jabs it into the ground and stands up like it's a cane. I sort of like pushing you roughly aside, Galatar. He steps to the south, so if you want to take an opportunity attack, you may.
Thank you. Oh, frick me, man. I forget I can use my freaking cantrips to
This
add
this
extra
will be
damage.
at advantage
to regular
because he
attacks.
is blinded.
Oh, this is at advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
18 will hit.
Sweet. 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay. He kind of like roughly tries to shove you aside and staggers away, and you manage to reach out with your rapier and slash him across the back. You see him kind of arch in pain, and he turns around, and you can see his eyes are just covered black from side to side. There's no iris, no pupil. Muro Ignis, and he raises his hands towards the ceiling, and a wall of flame erupts from the floor, reaching
You
all the
son
way
of
to
a
the
gun.
ceiling.
You tricked me into using my reaction early.
Well,
Darn
I
it.
didn't.
The-
Now I gotta reorient this thing. Let's see. That would be. That's. Is I think 0 is the angle. Yeah.
Angle of a dangle.
So he will pop that right there. And that is when it appears in the area. You're not in the area. Enters the first time on a turn. Okay. Oh well, in that case, yeah. Now he will put it right on you. But I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
How could he do that to the ghost? That's so rude.
You actually kind of watch as it
Dex-
licks up around the arcane shell that this ghost is encased in.
Gosh, really wish I had not taken that opportunity attack. 22.
22. Yeah, no, his DC is definitely not 22.
If I succeed on DC, do I get to choose which side I go onto?
I don't believe so.
I think you're just in it.
Yeah,
I'm just in it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you're just in it at the moment.
Okay, gotcha.
So that is. Let's see. I gotta do the thing. Wall of fire. There it is. Yeah. I was trying to look for his DC, and that's definitely lower than 22. So you take 11 fire damage.
11. Dang it. So, oh, yeah, okay. Never
Just
mind.
half on a success.
Okay.
And you can feel that like the area behind you is now just awash with the heat of this wall.
He is really ruining my nice cloak.
He's trying. That will be his turn. Make sure he doesn't have any other crazy features. No. I don't think any of these
Doesn't
are.
his lair or anything.
So that's Brina, you're up, and Alexa, you're on deck.
Hey, oh, baby, you already know what's up. You already know what I'm about. I would like to swing a big sword, well, a medium sword, perhaps a long sword, reckless attack at the tall boy.
Oh, Ryan, he gets to remake his save for blindness.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Con save.
Mm.
Did he take his moon? Okay.
Oh, sorry. That's 22 on the save, so he's no longer
No
blinded.
longer blinded. All
Uh,
right,
That
he's
ain't great.
constitutional.
and no, he needs to take 7 radiant damage. Thank you for reminding me. And that was at the start of his turn, so he doesn't need to make a concentration check just yet. 24 against the flame elemental will definitely hit.
Okay, good. That's 11 points of damage. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna do it again until he goes away.
25 works, yeah.
That's 16 points of damage. Nice.
Damn,
Yeah.
nice.
So
Get
as
fucked.
you guys watch, and Alexa, you, Kala, and Kitri can see Brina just swiping through this thing with her enchanted longsword, and it is just shredding what remains of this creature. It is very, very badly hurt.
Damn. I sure wish it would have died. That's
Also,
all
at
I
the
can do
start
with
of
my
your
turn.
turn,
Oh,
you
it
are on
take 4
fire,
damage.
so
Fuck
you
me.
take 9 fire damage, reduced to half for 4.
4. Okay. I assume I can't use my bonus action to stop, drop, and roll.
Nope, this is an action to
That's
pat yourself out.
Guys, so right, that's my turn.
Okay.
Thanks.
Alexa, you're up, and Galatar, you're next.
Alexa,
Let me-
kick his ass.
Ask, can I put Brina out? I don't know if
Yes,
other
you can.
characters. Okay, I didn't know if I could do that.
Yep, another character can use their action as well.
Yes. So then, as like a man, what do I want to do
Oh.
though?
I've been forgetting this.
Is it something you need to do now?
Yep, sorry. Creature that touches the elemental or hits it with a melee attack within 5 feet also takes more fire damage. So that's 6 more fire damage you would have taken, Brina.
Oh no!
Each time you hit it, you know, these flames kind of wreath around about your arms a little bit because it is a burning ball of flaming energy.
This sucks dick. Is that halved or 6 is already halved?
Sorry, no, 6 reduced to 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I just rolled
Alright.
a 4 and a 2, so
I'm
very,
counting
very little
fucking
on
every
2d10.
penny. So- Oh, that's not good,
Sorry.
is it?
So
No, you're
Alexa.
fine.
Yes. So now that gave me time to figure out what the fuck I wanted to do. I will begin running towards Brina as I quicken a dissonant whisper into this thing's head, and I just start
Ooh.
telling it that it's a terrible elemental, that it's always been colder than the rest of them, and it should just give up and snuff itself out. And so it needs to make a wisdom save as I will use my action to pat Brina out.
Oh, it's a 6. So
So I
12
take 12
psychic damage? Ooh. So as as Alexa in her minuscule form is like jumping up to pat Brina out, Brina is just sort of like reeling back from the heat and then kind of trying to keep it from reaching your eyes. You hear Alexa just like shouting obscenities at this flame elemental. And just for a moment, as it's reaching out to attack you, it pulls back and then puts its hands to its head and just starts to wail back and forth before just petering out of existence.
Oh, right. And so it
Apparently you
failed.
insulted it to death.
It immediately uses reaction, if available, to move as far away from me as its speed
No,
allows.
it's dead.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, with a 12 psychic damage, it's dead.
I thought it was still alive.
Yay!
Grab.
Yeah, and all of a sudden the cavern goes dark again with nothing but the faux fire to illuminate it.
Insulting it to death.
Weren't we supposed to get a fire elemental core or something for a blade? Like I say, fire elementals.
This was a summoned one.
There was a process where if you had created a certain type of blade, quenching it in the like as the killing blow.
Gotcha.
Is that the end of your turn?
Well, since I did kill it, I will 5, 10. Just kind of yell, all right, Bina, that was pretty kick-ass. 15, 20, and see what the fuck's going on out here.
Good hustle,
Giant
Alexa.
firewall.
Nice work.
Yeah, and that'll end my turn now that I'm taking in all of this for the first time.
Okay. Galatar and Kala, you're on deck.
How rough would you say this guy's looking? I mean, he's taking a lot of damage.
He's looking hurt.
Dude, he looks
Okay.
badass.
Maybe not on death's door, but not doing great.
Yeah, he is currently standing firm and like sort of rubbing at his eyes, and he looks pretty pissed off.
Heck, why not be risky? Let's just do it. Okay. I'll run up to him and take one swipe with my rapier as I like try to run to his back. And I will. Where is it? In my actions list. Oh, it's not my actions list. That's fine. I'll do it with a green flame blade. I don't know if that rolled what it was supposed to roll in there. It didn't roll the hit, did it?
No, it just rolled.
No, I just rolled damage. 22.
22 to hit.
So 11 damage.
That'll do it.
Is that
what it rolled? No, the damage from the rapier is 5, and then it's plus
Okay.
1d8, so it's 6.
so it takes 5 damage from the rapier.
Plus 1d8. The creature, if there was one beside it, would have taken the 10.
Was that fire damage?
Yeah, does it look like that heals it?
It's doesn't heal it, but so you see that the rapier leaves a nasty gash across one of its arms as it just manages to dodge out of the way. And as it kind of grasps that wound, it looks over at you, and the green flame sort of dances across the flesh of its other arm, and it just looks at you confused and says, "Fire! I was born of this."
Yeah, well, you only took 1 point of fire damage, loser. So I'm gonna run around to his backside, and I know I can't actually jump on his back, but in theory, I want to jump on his back and take my blades and go across his throat like that. So I'll use my second attack for the rapier, my bonus action for the ice blade.
Okay.
So here's the rapier. And there's the
10 does not hit. 18 does hit.
18. So that's cold damage. 8 points of cold damage.
Is he rolling concentration for his little wall here?
No, thank you. He should.
Ooh, good call.
Because I'm looking to get some of this pie.
How many times did you hit him? Twice?
Twice.
Okay. Yeah, he makes his saves. So the wall of fire remains
God.
standing.
Damn it. I always forget I can have Ibu take the fucking help action. Okay,
Ha.
whatever. Lame. D&D is lame. Okay, that's the end of my
Is
turn.
Ibu currently in the room?
No, I'm
Okay.
thinking I could have bamped him out earlier and this,
Just
yeah,
making sure.
whatever.
I said, where the fuck is Ebu?
He's
where
in a
is he
pocket
been?
dimension.
Classic
I
Ebu.
believe that brings it to Kala's turn.
In a frightening liminal state
And
similar
Keytree, you're up next.
to a constant state of sleep paralysis.
What does he do in there?
Does this wall of flame look solid?
It is opaque. You cannot see through it.
Oh, I can't see through it.
Yeah.
Also, I took more fire damage, Ryan. I keep forgetting.
Are you still on fire?
Yeah, boss. I haven't put it out.
That is 4 fire damage for you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate
Galatar needs
Okay,
some fucking fire safety
I
class
will
after all these
just-
water classes.
Hold an attack for when I see something.
Okay. Keytree. And Birdie, you're on deck.
So currently our dude is blinded.
He is
And
not
Gal-
blinded any longer.
Oh.
And you cannot see him.
See him because there's
currently.
the wall.
Yeah, you
Sweet,
see this
sweet, sweet.
roaring wall of flame reaching up to the ceiling.
And Galatar is just on the other side with him.
Apparently, you watched Galatar kind of get caught up as the flames rose, and he stepped through it.
So I still am technically not technically. I have been concentrating on Moonbeam.
Mhm.
And on each of your turns out, you can use an action to move
so at the
beam.
start of your turn, because you are within 10 feet of that wall, actually, Kali, you are as well.
Yeah.
Well, hang on a minute. It ends its turn. So,
Well, I'm gonna jump back then. Within 10 feet, right? All right. I'm gonna scoot that away. And then it says that I can.
so Kali, you take 20
Yeah.
fire damage at the end of your turn.
Okay, would I feel that heat?
Yes.
Okay, then I would use movement to get back away from it.
Okay.
It says
That was
I
20?
can.
But, well, so you don't take the damage if you don't end there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Like if I feel like I'm getting burned, I have more movement.
No, yeah,
back up.
as you were moving up towards it, you would have felt
Okay.
this horrible, intense heat. Yeah, sorry, that was my bad.
Hala does not like getting burned.
Yeah. Sorry, Keytree. What are you doing?
So it says I can move the moonbeam up to 60 feet in any direction.
Mm-hmm.
Would there have been, so I'm assuming he like threw up the wall of fire and then moved, technically?
Kinda, yeah. He threw it up as he was moving, so you're not
But I
quite
guess
sure
what
where
I'm
he stopped.
Okay. So, and I can't, he's not taller than the fire.
Correct. It's going
Okay.
20 feet high up to the ceiling.
So I really have no way of knowing.
Yep.
So if I wanted to like, Keytree wants to move the moonbeam, is there some like mechanism that you want to say that like which direction she would move it? Like, oh, roll a die and it goes, because she's just shot in the dark is going to try and move it to like where she
Does
could
it say
think
it's
it
a
is.
point you have to see?
Does it say you
No.
can move it to a point you have to see?
It says no. It says on each of your turns after you cast this spell, you can use an action to move the beam up to 60 feet in any directions.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say at the beginning that it needs to be in a place that I can see.
Let me roll some percentile dice.
Bro, please launch that moonbeam straight at Galatar.
I'm gonna say I would move it 10 feet in advance. I'm gonna plan to just move it like a short distance, so I'm gonna say 10 feet. I'm not even looking at the map right now, so I don't even know if that's correct, but
Even better.
I'll allow it. Yeah. We'll say you move it in the direction you saw him moving.
yeah, or I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna just try this.
Galatar, you watch as you're trying to do this maneuver. You reach around and try to scissor this guy, and you just sort of rebuffs one of your hands. But as he turns to face you, this column of moonlight shifts over him once again, and that will.
We'll have to wait for
If
his
it
turn.
starts its turn, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's really all I'm gonna do then.
Okay. That brings it to Bertie.
Okay. So let's see here. He still has this wall up, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
That's annoying.
Good.
Look. So can you hold like a bonus action and use your action on your turn?
I think so. I think you can use your action to do something, and then if you have a bonus action, like ready it for release. Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm pretty sure.
It's probably not how that works. Okay. As my we'll do that in a minute. Fuck me. Shit. I don't even want to waste a spell on this guy. He's not like
Not worth it.
not worth it.
You're better than that, Birdie.
Let's. I can see. Goddamn. Why do I have to see everybody all the time?
What are you doing?
All right. I am gonna stay here as my action. Can I look at? Let me use a little bit of movement. Well, first of all, can I use my action to investigate this or like kind of perceive what's going on with this fountain here? Is it like
Absolutely.
a magical fountain? Is it a certain
Make an
kind of water that
investigation
could
check,
help
for
us?
sure. Yeah.
Okay, any way I could like perceive that?
If you want to make a perception check, yeah, it might change the results of what you find out, but yeah, you can do
Okay.
I'm able to.
18. Okay.
Because that's the difference between a +2 to +10, so.
So this is a small alcove of rock about 10 feet deep. There looks to be a large lion head carved in marble on the wall that is pouring water out of its open, sort of roaring mouth into what looks like a pretty deep pool. And in the darkness that this alcove creates, there's just the faintest shimmer on the top of the water. It's kind of hard to see what's going on because the water surface is disturbed by the pouring flow.
Right.
There seems to be some sort of iridescence or luminescence beneath the surface.
Beneath the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. Noted. And then what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of movement to try and get like a better viewpoint of what's going on over here. Oh, this poor guy is just in that, huh?
You see this specter is basically encased in some sort of arcane field, and the wall of fire itself is just hedged around it.
Yeah. And then I will hold my command bonus action through Mantle of Majesty.
Okay.
And so if the wall of fire drops and I see this guy, I will cast command on him to drop or to grovel.
Okay. All right. All right. On his turn, let's see.
He'll
Check out
drop
our-
the wall of fire.
He takes that damage from Keytree and has to make a concentration check.
He does take.
Or he's Constitution. He's like Thomas Jefferson over
What's
here.
your
man.
what's the damage on Moonbeam? 2d10.
So he needs to make another Constitution save.
Right, to take that or half.
Yes.
That is 22.
So he saves, and then he takes.
Okay, got the high roll out of the way early. Now we just need him to fail the con.
Exactly.
13, so 6 damage.
Okay, and then he needs
Less
to
than a
make
10.
concentration.
I'm sure he's a forecast.
19.
Well, you know.
So the wall stays in place, but he does kind of wince in pain as this moonlight seems to be searing the outside of his skin. You look at him kind of like looking at these burns that are starting to on his flesh, as though he's deeply unfamiliar with the concept of being burned. So he is going to step
It's pretty fun.
away from that, and he is going to attempt to hurt you badly, Galatar.
Oh, God.
That checks, boss.
Weirdly enough.
14
Makes
does
sense.
not hit.
The glass cannon.
19 does not hit.
No, it's hard to hit me.
So two
But when he
swings
does.
with this massive, heavy, two-handed flaming sword, and you just manage to artfully sort of dodge out of the way as he's still actively kind of avoiding this moonlight.
But when he crits, it will be my head that falls off.
That brings it to Brina, and Alexa, you're next.
Oh well, what a pickle. Am I still on fire, or did Alexa
No,
pat me
I put you
out?
He patted
That
you
was
out.
so kind of you. I'm gonna move. I believe I can move over. Well, maybe I can't move myself at all. Come on, Brina. Let this get going, girlfriend. I could move. Oh, Jeebus. Here, but on the other side of it so I can see. It collides with the wall. Why am I so fucking bad at Foundry? Okay, I'm far enough away that I'm not getting burned by the wall of fire.
You can actually hear the water.
I can. It's splish splashing right along.
Forgot I did that.
I have no clue that Galatar is back there.
Now you just see a raging wall of fire. It's fucking biblical, just dissecting this room in half.
That's traumatizing.
Can we hear sounds of fighting over there though?
Oh yeah, you hear like
Great. I'm gonna get on the other side of Keytree here and just hold an action to throw a javelin if I see an enemy.
Okay, so you've got your shield in one hand, and you've got your sword in another.
Am I able to put sword away? Bring out javelin?
You can.
This is rough because I, Paige Looney, don't know how weapons work.
So you get one free sort of item interaction to draw or stow a weapon.
Oh.
You have to do one or the other since both of your hands are
Oh shit, gang.
occupied.
You could like drop.
You could just
sword.
drop your sword and pull out a javelin.
Yeah, I'll just drop my sword.
You just gotta
Okay.
remember to pick it
You
up.
hear clang clang as the sword hits the ground and she pulls out a javelin from her magical quiver, prepares to throw it. Look
Yeah,
at
I would like to
Sparta
know it.
with the shield on.
Oh, it does. I do look very cool.
Alright. That's your turn?
Yeah, I'll just wait and see if the spooky guy shows up.
Okay. Alexa, you're up, and Galatar, you're on deck.
We can't see through it at all.
Nope, it is opaque.
Man, this is a bummer.
Hmm.
Yeah, so what's up with this water? 5, 10. 15, 20, 25.
Now, as you get closer, you can hear the sounds of this water kind of splashing out of the fountainhead into this deeper pool. And the sound, like it sounds like there's a pretty substantial depth to the fountain. You're still
Yeah,
kind
I
of
mean,
obscured from it, so.
I'll use my action to just look about it. I mean, I'll take a closer, since I'm closer at it, I'll take a closer look at it.
Okay. At this crack that kind of spiders all around the floor. It's about like 1 inch to 3 inches wide in varying places. It's like a lightning bolt across the floor. And you guys can all see this spectral luminance kind of rising up from it. Every now and then these small like wispy bits of spectral smoke or steam kind of waft up, and there's just this glowing blue-white haze kind of covering the floor. Alexa, as you kind of get closer to the fountain, it's still a little bit far away, but make a perception check. 25.
Crit.
So kind of leaning around the corner to look at what Birdie was just looking at before he left. You two can make out this funky glow from below the surface of the water.
Yeah, I will resist the urge to bonus action Misty Step towards it.
Okay. That brings it to Galatar, and Kala, you're on deck.
How's he looking? Just a couple hits away, you think, boss? Looking pretty good.
He's
Like you think
hurt.
going to the gym?
He has some pretty nasty wounds and he's bleeding, but he still looks hale and he is furious.
Ready to
Really
fuck your
afraid
shit
you were
up.
gonna say that. So Galatar will go. Well, you're not the
He's
only
starting
one
to
who
breathe
breathes
kind of heavy.
magic. And I will go ahead and make myself invisible with greater invisibility
Okay.
as my action. And then, can I yell something as my bonus action? Do you get like a free yell?
You can just scream something or say something as a free action.
Keytree, 10 feet to the right.
Dope.
And then I will invisibly take my ice sword and just go right for the gut.
Okay.
My bonus action.
Yeah, because greater invisibility lets you do that and stay invisible.
Yeah. I'm powerful now until he crits me twice.
26
I'm
works.
strong.
Oh, so close to a crit. Oh, that's not great. 4 points of cold
Yep.
damage. Not
He
great.
needs to make a con save. Every hit helps. That's a 25. He's good.
Every kiss begins with K. That came from deep within my belly. I'm so sorry.
That was very good. That is the end of my turn, except I do want to move. No, I'll stay where I am, movement wise. So that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Can you make a bonus attack?
It's
if
an
you don't
action.
Attack?
Oh, can you not if you don't take the attack action?
Like two-weapon
don't know.
fighting? I think
No.
you can only make a bonus weapon offhand attack. If,
Okay.
I'll let this one go because it's 4 damage. It's fine. But I think in the future, if you don't take the attack action, you can't do a
Gotcha.
bonus action with your offhand.
Okay, and then I can't cast another spell with my bonus action either, so I can't do anything with it. So I will just end my turn.
All right. Kala, you're up. Key Tree, you're on deck.
Okay, I will walk over here. A couple people have walked through this faux fire stuff and nothing happened, right? They
Yeah,
seem
as you kind of
fine.
step over the cracks, nothing untoward happens. It's just a little creepy.
All right, I will go check out this fountain everybody seems to be into.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I do an
Fountain
investigation check?
party.
Describe me.
Try.
Well, like, what does this look like? How are you investigating this fountain?
I'm gonna get really close and look at it and maybe even like dip my claws in to the water and see what happens and
Sure.
try to figure out what's glowing.
Make an investigation check.
And look at the head and see if any of that looks like it moves.
Okay. All right, 24. So the head is about like 12 to 15 feet back from the edge on this rear wall, and it's about 6 feet in the air. So it's a pretty good pour coming into this, and as it smashes in this water into the fountain basin, you can gather from the sound of it, like there's a pretty significant depth. It's not just like a little shallow, penny fountain at the mall or something. You can see there is some sort of luminescence, some sort of very dim source of light, and the only reason you're really able to see it is because the surface of the water is being disturbed, and as the water kind of waves and ripples, those folds in it are refracting this light from down and kind of back towards the back of the fountain. You're not quite sure what's making it. You just kind of dip your claws in and pull some of the water up. It feels and kind of smells and looks just like normal water.
Okay. Nothing about the head seems like it would activate in some way, like a lever too
As
far
far
away.
as you can tell from this distance, it looks just like a massive stone head carved directly onto the wall. Yeah, with that investigation, you're fairly certain. Like there are no wires or mechanisms on the wall. It looks like it's just a fountainhead.
Yeah. Kind of want to see what that is, but Kala doesn't want to get in that water, so I'll just move like over here. Hang out.
Okay. All right. So that brings it to Keytree and Birdie. You're on deck.
Petrie would like to follow Galatar's shouted directions and move the moonbeam 10 feet to the right.
Okay. Oh, boom.
Damn. Not much else I can do, is there? Okay, I guess that's my turn. I'm gonna wait till this dummy
You can
has
always
to
run
take...
through the wall of fire, but I'm just saying it is technically an option.
It is technically.
Just making sure that everyone is aware of that.
Oh, I
it is
definitely
a
thought
physical
about it.
possibility.
Do we know that's an option though? Because I thought it looked opaque.
Well, it's opaque. You can't see through it, but it is just a wall of fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, just walls of fire, like you do.
I mean, it
Generally
looks
not a good idea.
really hot, and it's a big damn wall of fire. but
She's
it's
gonna
just a wall
stay
of
where
fire.
she is. She's just gonna move her moonbeam, and that's her turn.
Okay. That brings it to Birdie the Bard.
Does it ever?
Birthday.
This is one of my new favorite spells. This is fucking dope.
Cutting off the party.
This battle would have been over like 6 turns ago.
Fuck you, man.
Twenty feet. Oh, God. Fuck, man. I hate that I don't want to use a spell on this guy, honest to God.
Galatar's gonna die. We're not gonna even.
How's Galatar looking? Is he
You don't
bad?
know. You can't see him.
God damn it.
You hear the sounds of struggle and combat.
Okay. All right. I had enough. Birdie's just like looking at everybody. It's like, all right, well, we gotta go save the nerd, I guess. And I'm gonna 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna jump through this thing. I'd like to use my reaction to Cape of the Dandy as I scream, I'd like to long
That
jump through
kicks ass.
Cape of the Dandy and land on the other side. Like, so I'm gonna do a long jump here as I approach.
King.
Leave the ground, wrap Cape of the Dandy, and then hit the ground on the other side, immobile.
Prone.
Yes.
What's your jump distance?
With
Right?
2.
Good.
It's a length of feet equal to your strength score, I believe.
And then running
Well, I had a running start.
Right. Yeah,
Double
that's when it's
foot.
equal to that.
Oh.
So
It was
it's
a 8.
9.
9. It's just enough.
Ugh.
So you
Yeah.
guys watch as Birdie, with a sigh, says this and starts jogging briskly towards, almost skipping, and then takes a diving leap, curls his cape around him, and you just hear as he hits the floor on the far side and skids to a stop.
So that gives me 100 temporary hit points.
But you do hear a.
I go,
Yeah, Galatar, as you're struggling to fight this guy, you take a breath for a moment. You see this flaming shape burst through the wall, smash on the ground, and it's just like a little ball of burning material on the ground. You're not quite sure what it is.
So you can do the damage there, but it's
It
just going to
doesn't
be
matter.
eaten.
It's less than 100.
Well, I'll tell you what. Do it in case this guy does some AOE thing.
He
That
doesn't have anything like that.
oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Okay,
if
fine.
it comes to it, I'll roll it later.
Okay. And that ends my turn because I believe I am
Yeah, after that, you're
incapacitated.
All right. So at the start of his turn.
So
he
does that
makes
mean
a
I
con
lose
save.
concentration on my mantle thing?
I believe if you're incapacitated, you lose concentration.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Keytree, what is your spell save DC?
I believe it is 16.
He rolled a 14 on his con save.
Oh, are you fucking shitting
Oh.
me?
For your moonbeam,
Yeah,
he
16.
will take full damage. So go ahead.
If
and roll
he
your
drops this
2d10.
wall of fire now, I'm
After
gonna
you
be
just
pissed.
fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck this.
12.
Well, still
That's
pretty
not
good.
bad.
It's still-
10
it's
and a
At least
still-
he's
2.
taking the full.
Not bad, but still.
Bro, if he drops this wall of fire, I'm gonna shit.
12
He's
points
about
of
to do
radiant
another
damage.
con
I
save.
hope he does.
Oh,
Then we'll
it's a
think
nat
that-
20. It's 27.
All
Yeah,
right.
no, he's fine. But Galatar, you do
Birdie's
see him sort of like,
magical.
ah, as this
He can dispel
beam
things with his
re-engulfs
body.
him. And he will step out one more time. This time he will go a little bit further, seeing what's happening. And then he's gonna try to hurt you real bad.
He's going to do it at disadvantage.
Oh, thank you, because you're invisible.
I'm invisible.
Yeah, 19 does not hit.
Disadvantage.
Oh, it's a good point, but no, he doesn't. Yeah, no, and a 13. So again, now he's. Where are you, little mouse? And you're just dancing out of the way, and he is not able to make purchase with his blade. That brings it back to Brina and Alexa. You're
Hello.
on deck.
I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to make it through. I am still raging, question mark? I didn't take damage last round.
If you didn't take damage last round, then you are no longer raging.
So, it's like I don't want to metagame, but also I only have 2 rages left, and I imagine that we're not close to the end of this little underground adventure.
I mean, these are things Brina would know.
Brina would
For
know
sure.
these things.
Yeah, you're getting
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah, you're getting real tired. You're beat kind of to shit. You know this, and you know you've got a lot of this place you've not explored yet.
I feel like she's just kind of like,
Face yourself. Oh my god.
you got it. Fuck, dude. It's like I can reduce it by d12 plus 2, but also
If
What
she
good's I gonna do?
yells, do you got it? Can I yell all good? Or do I have to wait till my turn to respond?
Probably should wait till your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, because technically this is happening at the end of the round.
yeah,
Ah,
I can
okay,
gauge
gotcha.
that the noise is coming from over here, probably. So I'll at the
Yeah,
very least get
thereabouts.
closer.
Okay.
And just continue to hold an action to hit a bad guy if I see a bad guy. Because I'm really proud of you all, and you can do it. Goodbye.
So just remember, you left your sword on the ground where you were,
I did.
and you've got your javelin in your hand.
Yes.
Just remember.
It's gonna be
that's
so
all.
sad when I just like leave the dungeon without it. Did you
So,
get everything?
That brings it to Alexa
Sure.
and Galataria.
Paula's
you're
not
next.
leaving a sword behind.
Atta girl, you know what the fuck is up.
That's pretty true. So yeah, on that note, I do turn back and lick her collar real quick, and I just give her like a little sly smile. And
Yeah,
I
I'm not
take-
swimming.
I take a deep breath, and I just kind of slowly wade into the water.
Okay.
I can hold my breath for 3 minutes.
It's a puzzle.
So, Alexa, you take one step off the ledge of this fountain and immediately drop into deeper water than you are tall.
Yeah.
You start to kind of sink down. You say you go about 5 feet in, and you can just make out what looks like a shadowy black humanoid figure, dimly
call.
illuminated from like luminescent fungus on the wall behind it. It appears to be frozen in place, very statue-like. I need you
Fuck.
to make a wisdom saving throw.
Was this a magical effect?
Yes.
Hey Alexa, good fucking call. Nice work.
Damn.
Oh,
Didn't-
baby.
not
Oh,
a-
God.
not a-
I love you all so much.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
We love to poke the button.
Is Alexa most afraid of?
Yeah, I mean, it is the fire. She uses a lot of fire on others, but it was the images of her boyfriend like being completely burned from the thresher, and so yeah,
Okay.
like, just that sort of being on the other end of fire.
As you are looking at this statue, you are kind of creeped out, and you kind of look back to the surface, surprised that in fact you are now submerged. And as you're kind of like trying to claw your way up, suddenly before you looms like the charred, burning body of the young Asura you once were in love with. And he's just looking at you and like reaching out for help and screaming in like horrible agony. You, while having these vivid hallucinations, you have disadvantage on ability checks. You are suffering from a form of short-term madness.
Bro, I thought it was
Oh,
just gonna
okay.
be like fear, but okay.
You don't know how long it will last, but mechanically this will last for 1 minute.
But I'm not out of control.
At the moment, no.
Okay.
No, you are not out of control, but you are seeing this like it is real directly in front of you.
Well, okay, so yeah, I do have a little bit left, so totally screaming and underwater,
You guys see
losing all of my breath. I think I have 10 feet left, so I will try to get out with 10 feet of movement. I guess I can use my action to dash. And
Yeah, with the movement you have left, you can easily enough swim up and pull yourself out, and you guys see Alexa come out wild-eyed.
where? God, what is going on? Why is he on fire? Where are we? Just
Yeah. As far as you can
Totally.
tell, like looking over your shoulder, the
What?
floor of the fountain deep beneath you is now awash with flames that appear to be emanating from this statue.
super. Yeah,
Oh,
then I will just try and run here, and my turn, babbling incoherently about a boyfriend being on fire and why is it on fire.
Okay. That brings it to Galatar, and Kala, you're on deck.
I will say right here in response to his question of where I am, and I would like to take the radiant blade that I will summon at 3rd level with my bonus action and jam it right into his stomach.
Oh, okay.
Right into his tummy.
24 will certainly hit.
Okay, and then that should be, oh, it rolled, yeah. So that's, what did it roll? That did not roll right, I don't think.
A d20 plus 9?
So it shouldn't be the +9 because it rolls it with my spell modifier, but that's not what it would be. So it would be
Okay.
+7, so it'd be a 22. But
Still hits.
okay, so 22 to hit. Sorry. I'll roll it one more time since I have advantage just in case.
Why do you have
And then-
advantage?
Because I'm invisible.
Your blade is a concentration spell.
Isn't it? Never mind. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I forget everything. I'm D&D.
It's okay. You haven't used greater invisibility very much.
Well, then you know what? I'm just gonna stab him with the regular rapier.
Okay.
When in doubt.
20 will definitely hit.
Okay, so roll damage on that one. 7,
Okay.
and then
21 hits.
9 damage.
9. Okay.
And go with the patented no concentration ice
Oh.
blade.
13 actually hits.
6 more damage.
And that is 3 Constitution saves that he needs.
Yeah, until at the end of his turn, as he's doing this. Yeah, I'm not in trouble. It's really not a problem.
Oh man, he just barely made it. He rolled an 11 on one of those.
Dang it.
Yeah, but he makes all 3. Alright, so you guys hear Galatar swinging away, and then he shouts out that he's actually doing all right. That brings it to Kala, and Kitri, you're on deck.
Not really anything I can do.
You do see Alexa like crawl her way
Yeah.
screaming out of the fountain.
Yeah, I'll just hold an attack for if I see something and try to keep an eye on Alexa. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
Used to be doing
Alright.
crazy things at this point.
Kitri's up, and Birdie, you're on deck.
In the time span of a round, is it feasible to like yell and get a reply?
In a round, yeah. So like if you're in this level of the initiative, someone after you could respond.
Oh fuck. So not frickin' Galatar, you dummy.
Yeah,
I'm glad
Galatar.
I could yell Bert to Birdie, right? Because he's on that side, and I did just see him jump through.
Absolutely.
Birdie, where is he?
You get no. I'm in
Yeah,
my
Birdie's
ball.
incapacitated.
I'm
Oh,
incapacitated.
I will say, since you're after her in initiative, you could respond, and we'll just say that it happens on your turn, because this is all happening in the same 6 seconds. It's just that
What
in
did
initiative-
Keytree ask?
Where
Where
he?
is he?
Technically, your eyes are covered, but when you reveal your cape and see
Yeah,
the battle,
I mean,
all you see is the Afriti.
I don't know. In front of me, like back wall. Moonbeam to the left a little. To the left.
Keytree will.
Or to the right, rather.
So I guess it would be her right on our screen to the left or west.
Yeah, I'm having to. It's to
She's
the
gonna-
right. Is what you say. To the right.
She's gonna do her standard, just like 1, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna do the standard 10 feet. I'm not gonna. I feel like this guy, like, it's not a huge space, and I don't want to hit anyone. But 10 feet to the right.
Yep.
And I guess he's kind of in it.
I think technically that would not count, because only one of the 4 squares that he's under like control.
Oh damn! Can I say
Can I move it
yeah,
one more?
Can I say 15 feet to the right?
If you wish, yes.
Yeah, I didn't even do the math. I was just guesstimating.
So then, can I have moved to 15?
I'll allow it.
I don't get many
at least
chances,
half
do
of
I?
him is at least half of him is covered, so he'll suffer that con save.
Keytree might just like sit down on the floor. Maybe try to like put her ear to the floor so she can hear better or something. I don't know. She's like,
As
I
you
can't
put
do
your
anything.
Down on the floor near these cracks where the faux fire light is emanating, you hear there's all these faint whispers as though from very far away, but since you take a moment to press down, you can actually hear them.
Oh God. Well, that would be my turn.
Okay. little whisper sound effects. I love them. That brings it to Birdie. You pull your cape of the dandy off of you and see this. Give Keytree those directions as you're standing up.
Oh yeah. Let me take off my 100 temporary hit points. Okay, get off there. Okay. So yeah, I'll just kind of move back this way, and then I'll use a single charge from my Asuran wrist rocket.
Okay.
And so I get to roll a d4, I believe.
Mm-hmm. A d4 plus 1.
It's 1. So
2. So for 6 total.
So it's three missiles. It should be 3 plus 3 plus 1 for each. So it should be 6. Yeah.
Okay.
6 force damage to him.
Pop, pop, pop. Just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Is that concentration check? Just as a question, because I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know how this works. Is that 3 concentration checks or just 1 for like a magic missile?
These, I think, are 1 because they hit at the same time.
Okay. I was just really curious about that. I never knew.
Yeah, I had to look something similar up at one point. 20. He's good.
Okay. Yeah. That's my action. For my bonus action, I will move further away. And this side of the wall doesn't feel hot, correct?
No, this side of the wall does not. Like, it feels a little hot if you're real near it,
Okay.
but yeah, no. For where you're standing, you don't need to take any damage. Thank you, Galatar. That is 8 fire damage from your still being on fire, which technically we'll not hash that. I'm gonna look up later. If you're on fire, I don't know if invisibility cloaks the flames, but
That is
I'll look
know.
into that.
funny.
Yeah.
Would be interesting.
All right.
Because you are kind of wearing them.
In a manner of speaking.
How's this guy looking now that I can see him?
He's looking pretty rough now.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see that every now and then there's a fresh gash that opens up as Galatar is fencing with him, and he's starting to flag and breathe very heavily. Galatar, you notice that he's looking pretty hurt.
Bro, please fucking kill this guy.
And on his turn, he must make another con save.
Birdie, don't in there.
So
Oh wait,
many
this
con
side of the wall's safe, isn't it?
Mhm.
Okay.
So that is 17. So he makes the con save, but he takes half damage if you'll roll the 2d10 radiant for Moonbeam.
Mm.
16. Yeah, boy.
Not like
Okay.
Slow
One of
and
them was-
steady.
Damn.
Yeah, one of them was a 10. Yeah, he rolls a natural 20 on his con save to maintain the wall of flame. But he is looking on his last legs as he is engulfed in part of this moonbeam. He's raising his sword arm up to kind of shield himself from those blows, or from the radiance rather. What is? Ooh. Yeah. I mean, yeah. He's gonna try to take a swing, because that's what him do.
Bring it on.
And he's kind of pinned against the wall at this point. And you're still invisible, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that's gonna hit.
I will cast shield to make my AC 26, but it looks like it's gonna hit.
So as you raise that shield, there's a shimmer in the air before you, and his blade careens off of it, kind of chips some stone out of the wall, and you're like, "Ha, there you are." And he goes to hit you. He's still at disadvantage, but feeling more confident. But again, as the moonbeam is sizzling into him, he swings and whiffs with a 19. That brings it to Brina, and Alexa, you're on deck.
Well, I too am great at hitting things, but because this fucking wall of fire is still there, I'm gonna go see if Alexa's okay.
Okay.
Because she ran screaming from the pool of water. So quite literally, actually on my way back there, can I swing by and pick up my fucking sword?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
You run by, bend down, and grab that.
Okay, I don't want to equip it, just keep it in there, but can I just ask Alexa what happened? What's wrong? Are you okay? Get it together.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
All right. So that'll bring it to Alexa's turn. Do you respond?
There's some weird statue down there in it. But I wouldn't go in the pool. It's on fire right now.
Is the pool on fire right now?
Some weird. I saw my
You do not see
boyfriend.
any fire coming from the water. And Alexa, as you're saying this, your burning boyfriend is standing beside you going, "Help! Oh God! Oh, it hurts! Ah!"
Yeah, so then as I realized that, I was like, oh, he's here beside me! And then I'll take off running. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Back out of here.
God.
And that'll end my turn.
Yeah, Brita's just gonna stand there.
That
Perplexed.
brings it to Galatar. And Kala, you're on deck.
Since he just whiffed over the top of my head, I guess I'll duck under and then try and come up into his chest with my rapier yet again and see if we can finally kill this guy.
That hits.
That is 11 points of
11.
piercing damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Oh God. As I stab him through the chest, I would just like to ask him again who the Balefire is. Like, who summoned you, I guess?
So as you thrust the blade through his chest. There's this brief intake. And you can see like a bit of like molten burning spit kind of like falls out of the side of his jaw. As it hits the ground, there's a and he kind of slides down towards you as the blade goes deeper. It falls down to one knee, drops his sword to the ground, and reaches up and grasps one of your shoulders. You asked him who summoned him?
I asked him who the balefire was. Because he said the balefire earlier, and Galatar doesn't know that Kala knows what it is. He just knows that he couldn't remember.
Okay. With his last breath, he says, "You'll find out soon enough." And then, like the Thanos snap victims, he just sort of turns to ash, and his body crumbles and fades away on the wind. The belt and a couple of gold chains he was wearing around his neck just clatter to the floor next to his sword as his body is turned to ash.
Can I go ahead and like start picking up the stuff and get the sword for Kala?
Yeah.
I don't know if we're still on initiative or not, but
I will take some mood music on. We are no longer in initiative. Although I will leave that up there just because we can kind of put things in a rough turn. Yes, we can stop around 9:15. I think we're kind of getting close here.
I did not want to put a time on it, but whatever is like a good
Around there.
stopping point.
A lot of us have to go to
Also-
work in the morning.
I'm still on fire, so I need one more damage roll from the last turn.
You are still on fire. That is 9 fire damage, sir.
Cool.
I'll say at this point, as
And
it
you're not
fades
invisible.
away, you
Everything.
blur back into reality as he's sort of like grabbed onto your invisible shoulder, and as he fades to ash, you stand up and take a second to pat yourself out. You all watch as the wall of fire just fades and vanishes, and the spirit that is elevated 10 feet above and behind this sarcophagus, the field around it dissipates, and there is just the spectral form of a humanoid that in midair is sort of drooped almost limply, and after just a few seconds looks very slowly upward around at each of you and just whispers, "Thank you," and fades into nothing. Kala and Brina and Kitri and now Birdie, as the flame wall dies, you see Alexa fleeing from the chamber. Alexa, as you reach kind of like where the stairs are, you see that washing down the stairs like water rolling down a rocky stream is just waves of flames starting to lick up the chamber
Almost
walls.
just a bad day.
Nah, you guys can just hear Alexa like screaming.
I run after her.
No? Presumably you're not going through the flames on the stairs.
No.
Nah.
But
Just,
that
like,
was
find her
my
cowering
intent,
in a
of course.
corner.
This is one of those times I wish I could cover my eyes.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
like this at all.
She's like putting hands over her eyes and then like on her robes in like different places and just trying to cover them all.
I just want to hold her little tiny Asuran, well, I guess big for her, but her big Asuran head and just say, "Hey, it is okay, it is okay. What is going on in your little brain right now?"
Brina's on fire, her face is melting. But she's speaking very
Indiana
kindly to
Jones,
her.
like-
Yeah, it's like straight up Ark of the Covenant.
That's disturbing. Maybe
Yeah,
just needs a walk off.
terrifying hallucinations.
Cool.
So Kala and Kitri and Birdie, what are you guys doing? As Galatar's kind of like now visible, putting the flames out and gathering up this sword and a couple of gold chains and things like that.
I don't know how to fix Alexa. Should I jump in the fountain? Wreck the statue down there? I don't know.
Can I come over here and look at this fountain? Like, is it of similar property?
Do you have your light out?
Uh,
'Cause it is kind of dark in the fountain area. There's some dim illumination from the faux fire crack.
so I have my goggles at night. So if it's dimly lit, it should be brightly.
That's true. Okay. So looking into the south fountain, again, the surface is disturbed by the falling water, so it's kind of hard to make out clearly, but you do see a similar glow from beneath, and you can just barely make out what looks like a gleaming white statue kind of far away from you at the bottom of whatever this pool is.
I don't know. I got statue over here, Carla. What you got over there?
What is in this fountain?
As you go over now and with your similar dark vision, you too can see this glow coming from beneath it, and just barely, because of the disturbance on the surface, you can just kind of make out the shimmering black form of what looks like possibly a statue or a person down there frozen, that is dimly illuminated by this weird light.
There's like a black statue over here. Alexa said it was real scary.
Oh, I got white statue over here. Not to bring race into it, but you know, I don't know. I guess honestly, Ascalonians were a bit so.
Yeah.
Maybe
I know.
This one's
Oh, right.
this one might be not as scary. I don't know.
D-race wars.
Yeah.
Eitri, what are you doing? Well, these two are
It
talking
was a
about the
different
fountain,
time in ancient
and Brina's helping
Ascalon.
Alexa.
Can I go check out over here, like the sarcophagus, I guess, and
Absolutely.
whatever this thing on the back wall is? Like, is that like what the hell is that?
It is a statue of the goddess Melandru, the human goddess of nature. She is wearing a headdress with two big stag antler horns.
Okay. It made it
her
look like a
arms kind of
skeleton.
outstretched. Yeah. Well, it's not meant to be a skull, but the statue kind of looks like that. It turns out there aren't perfect, tokens for Guild Wars themed campaign on the internet. But
Fair
yes,
enough.
you recognize it because you've seen it in Lion's Arch before.
And then
Yeah.
can I look at the sarcophagus, and is there any inscriptions, pictures?
So while all this is going on, there are some inscriptions around the edge, not necessarily in writing, but in pictures of nature scenes, leaves and vines and flowers, trees, branches and roots, kind of thematic. There are two massive stone rings that are enveloping this sarcophagus. Basically, they look like they're kind of holding it down to the floor. And on the east end of it, there is a square, kind of a rectangular stone block with two hemispherical indentations about the size of baseballs.
And it kind of, okay. Can I make like I don't know. Is there anything that I can divine from like looking at these inscriptions or anything? Like, do I get a sense of like, I'm assuming since we went down like the ranger hallway, right? Do I get the sense that like this is like still who's buried here or whatever? And I don't know.
I would think that it's reasonable enough for you to conclude this is the tomb of the Master Ranger. Yeah.
Okay, and would there be more time for me to possibly look around for objects that look like they are supposed to go in this these indentations?
Absolutely. So while you kind of look on this end of the room, make an investigation check. I will say the area around you is all covered with like scorch and burn marks. There are two thick tree trunks in each of the corners that kind of raise up to the ceiling, and the branches sort of reach along the ceiling. They're, you assume, probably grown by magic. They look very, very old and very strong. Most of them are partially scorched. And with a 17, you're pretty confident that around here there's really nothing that would fit into those depressions.
Cool.
About this time, I would say, Brina, as you're trying to comfort Alexa, suddenly the visions just stop.
Oh, that was really, really rough there for a while. Thank you,
Yeah.
Rena.
Did you say that my face was melting?
Everything was kind of melting, and I was seeing a lot of old, really bad memories, and a lot of fire. Wasn't blue though.
Alexa, do you want a hug? Is that good
Yes.
or bad? Okay. Come here, buddy. We can take a minute before we go back.
All right, so they take a moment.
Alexa, goddamn.
Galatar, you at this point use plenty of time to put yourself out and pick up the pieces. What would you like to do?
Well, once I've picked up the pieces, I'll kind of walk the sword over and hand it to Colin. Then I want to go take a look at the sarcophagus in greater detail.
Okay. So Kala, as you and Bertie are approaching this south fountain, Galatar comes over and hands you a sword. The sword itself is no longer on fire. It is like a sort of golden, almost a brass texture to the blade, and it's sort of curved at one end like a falchion, but it is in fact a long sword for statistical purposes.
Thought this would make a good weapon for your collection. I mean, Brina might want it too, I guess, but be good for your collection.
Yeah, and I will stick it in the.
Yeah, I don't want that. So should I go in this pool or what?
I think we're gonna have to jump in.
Well, here, I might have something that can actually help. I don't know how this is going to work underwater, but I'll give it a try. So I'll tell you what I'll do. If I can take like I guess not a horn, not like a wind instrument. I need like I'll take my like lute or my lyre or something. I guess it didn't say I have to make noise, but just for the aesthetic. But I will start a counter charm as I go down this. So it says, as an action you can perform during that time, you and any friendly creatures that can hear you. So how about this? I'll hum to myself underwater. I'll be like humming to myself, performing like Dory, like just keep swimming like underwater. I can hear myself. And I'll start that counter charm.
Because you have to expel air to hum. Just so you know.
Okay, yeah, you do. That's fair.
What if it's through our earpieces?
You have like an AirPod?
They'll have to whisper.
Or like a...
Yeah,
What
but
if
he
he
wouldn't have to
stays
be in the
out?
water. Yeah.
And the person with the earpiece goes.
Okay, yeah.
Would that work?
True.
As long as you're within 30 feet and they can hear me. That's the only thing. Is it 30 feet and can hear me? It does not say
Can a
hear me
magical
through.
effect transmit
I'll
through
allow
magic
Hear me
item?
across the
As long
wire.
as you maintain the distance, I'll allow it.
Okay.
Also, I know I don't say it every night, but I did say a long time ago that when we're together, I will cast water breathing as a ritual in the group at nights because it lasts 24 hours and only takes 11 minutes.
We would have needed to make that explicit, I think. Yeah.
Okay, well, I just said it a long time ago because I didn't want to have to re-say it every day. But
we need to establish that as a thing that regularly happens and not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
At
That's
this
fine.
point, would Alexa and I be back in that center room?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what you got up to. I just didn't know what your response would be to Birdie being like, it's tunnel time. That's your time.
Well, Kala, why don't you go ahead and take a dip? Put your earbud in, and I'll be singing you a tune, and it'll be harder to get scared, I think.
All right.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
I'll jump in this fountain.
I'll start my
What
counter
does
charm.
What does the counter charm do?
So within 30 feet, she has advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Okay. Kala, I need you to make a charisma saving throw with advantage.
Charisma.
Oh, Birdie does a useful thing. Look at that.
I don't know if it's gonna matter.
Oh!
It's not.
Good hustle, Birdie.
Okay, well,
Save.
Kala,
honestly,
you drop below the surface of the water, and your entire body goes down. It's a fairly deep pool. You see what looks like a beautiful white marble statue of a young human woman who her outstretched hand appears to almost beckon to you the way the light plays off of it. You are charmed by this statue, and it is about 30 feet below the surface. And just behind it, you can see there's this luminescent algae on the wall, kind of illuminating it. So you immediately start swimming down towards the statue until. So this would be swimming speed, so you can swim 15 feet using your movement.
20.
20.
My speed is 40.
And then you would use your action to dash. So you actually make it to the statue and grab the outstretched hand. And as you kind of pull yourself into it, you get close and you can kind of like see into what would be the eyes of the statue. And you are now 30 feet underwater and beginning to suffocate.
guys, Kala's not come up yet.
So I just have to sit there like I'm stunned.
You are charmed, and while charmed, you must use your action to get as near to the statue as you can.
Okay, do I see anything else around the statue?
At the moment, you are kind of infatuated with the statue. You can't use your action to investigate. You are focused on it, unfortunately.
Wow.
So Kala's in the water?
Yeah, she hasn't come up yet. I haven't heard. Kala, are you all right?
Okay.
No response.
Maybe
Okay.
I could try and go get her.
Sure, make sure you got your thing in. I'll give
can
you.
you make sure you become a fish first or something?
Yeah, and our
Oh,
would
can someone throw me in if I do that?
Well, I imagine like you
Maybe-
could hop and in midair turn into a fish. I don't know. It happened one time in the show, and then they fell off a 1,000-foot cliff and smashed into some rocks.
You know, I listened to that.
Okay,
episode.
you know what? I'm gonna go.
Oh,
Did
I
you?
want to turn into an
So good.
octopus
Ooh.
using my
No.
valiant wild shape.
Okay. So Kitri walks over to the edge of the fountain, and you watch as her shape just ripples down into that of an octopus, and she starts to kind of worm her tentacles over it and slide into the water.
How long does this last?
You don't know.
Kitri will swim towards Kala.
Kitri,
Okay, I'm got. Do you have your earpiece in?
She is an octopus. And octopi have no ears.
This
I
game
guess they
is sucked.
probably do,
I
but
think,
not
I
designed
think they
for
have
an earring.
ears.
Not
But I
designed for
also
earring.
can
Yes.
breathe underwater at least. I need to make a what
Yes, you
save?
can.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Charisma save.
And this is with my stats or octopus stats?
Yours because it's wild shape, so you keep your charisma.
Okay. Charisma saving throw?
Yep.
It's a 2.
You
Y'all are
also see this white marble, beautiful human statue. You've never seen anything like it. And it just draws you to it, and you use your action to swim
just,
down and wrap your tentacles around it,
Okay.
just staring lovingly at it.
That'd
You
be
are not in
kinda
danger of
cute.
suffocating because you can
I
breathe
don't know.
underwater.
At least for a few hours.
No, I can. No, I'm completely fine.
Oh, it lasts for like 4
Oh,
hours.
For 4 hours.
5
but-
hours.
Birdie,
10 now.
watching from the edge of the pool, you can see Kitri just immediately beeline right after Kala.
Oh, fuck me. All right, who's next?
I've already
maybe
done one. I don't want to do this again.
Yeah, maybe
So-
jumping in not good.
Bro, the only thing worse than my intelligence.
Okay,
is
okay.
Really high
I take out. I have 50 feet of rope.
I
No.
can grab them, I think, but it would be my biggest spell I've got left.
No need for it. I
Okay.
have 50 feet of rope. I'm going to tie the rope around my waist. I also have fucking high charisma, so not to metagame, but
You know you're a very charismatic individual.
yeah,
You're
that's true.
schooled in the arts of enchantment.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tie this around. I'm gonna give the end to Brina,
Ah,
and I'm gonna say, pull me back in a little bit. I'll give you a couple. Oh, maybe not. Give me like, how long can you hold your breath?
10 seconds.
Yeah, give me a little bit. And I'm gonna jump in.
okay.
Yeah, I'll jump in,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be humming to myself so I can hear myself doing a counter charm.
Okay.
Bro, you better fucking hum
Make your
gently.
charisma check with advantage. What
How
were you gonna
long
say?
has this been?
This is just kind of one round still as people are acting.
Okay.
Are we talking about practice? We talking about practice out here?
Okay. Yeah, you see this statue and you immediately feel this wash of attraction pass through you. Your heart
It's
increases.
like powerful
it's
sexual attraction to the statue.
It's not even sexual. It's like you're
It's-
looking at the face of the divine.
God damn it.
You are enamored, but then you realize, wait, this is artificial. I'm being made to feel this way. This is wrong. And you can see Kala is just grasping the hand of the statue and looking at its eyes. And Kitri's octopus form has just wrapped its tentacles around it and is boggle-eyed looking
Full-on
at
Japanesing
this
it.
human face. Yeah.
Okay. So I know that this is no longer affecting me. Like I have recognized this and it is not
yeah,
affecting me.
you are no longer being affected by it.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'm gonna fuck off. What I'll do is I'm gonna swim up towards Kala, and I'm going to I'm not gonna disconnect the rope from myself. I'm gonna take the like slack at the end and tie it around Kala's like foot,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna give a tug on the rope.
Okay. Brina, you feel the tug, and Kala, about one round has passed now. You know, the breath leaves your body, and you can kind of feel like you need to breathe, but you just don't care. This statue is everything. I assume, Brina, you start pulling.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So Brina starts hauling the line back. It doesn't take but a couple of seconds, and you are able to pull Kala and Birdie out of the fountain. And Kala, as you're pulled back toward the surface, you're trying to swim your way down.
Can I be like stop it?
Fighting against her?
Yeah. Like at least trying to be a hindrance.
Okay.
Not
So
necessarily fighting,
the
just a pain in the
confusion
ass.
of being underwater, yeah, and all this. So you finally managed to pull these out. Kala, I'd like you to re-roll your charisma saving throw.
And I'm gonna are we underwater still?
No, now you have both broken the surface and been pulled out by Brina.
All right,
Now that you can no
I'll
longer
still be
see
humming.
the statue.
Yeah, I'll still be humming, so you have an advantage, I guess, against being charmed.
Yep.
Fuck
Yeah.
off.
As you reach the surface of the water,
Ow!
Brina, you watch
Alright.
Kala start
One.
scrambling to untie the rope from her ankle.
Can I try and get her around the middle?
Make
Like a grapple?
make an athletics check. And Kala, you
Stop
can
being
make
difficult.
Oh, your acrobatics is
an
like
acrobatics
fucking
check. Ooh.
Fuck you, man.
Oh.
You,
God.
Kala, you take a breath, and you manage to slip out of her grasp.
Whoa.
Kala, make a sleight of hand check.
A
And
sl-
to untie the knot,
that knot.
oh.
you make a sleight of hand check to see how well you tied it.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Kala's dexterous claws just untie that knot, and she dives back into that water.
Damn it. All right.
As
I'm-
Kala,
breath. She
as
got her
Kala
breath.
starts to dive, I'm gonna cast polymorph on her and make her a fish. At least then she'll be able
Okay.
to breathe for an hour,
Kala, make a, what is it, a
and we
wisdom
can get her
save?
easier. Yeah, wisdom 17.
Have you tried catching a fish with your bare hands?
Yeah, you just
Hard,
need
I don't
a-
have a
Kala
net.
becomes a fish.
Oh, well, that's kind of one problem. I
Well,
guess.
it's not
Yeah.
ideal, but at least she won't drown.
All right. I'm going to go back in there. I'm going to take a look around. I think I've got a feel for what kind of enchantment's happening down there. And then
Okay.
maybe I can
I don't know, bring
Maybe
him
we
back
cover
up.
up the statue.
Okay.
I don't know.
You dive in, take a deep breath.
Yeah, deep
Start
breath,
making your way
dive
down.
in. I'll be humming.
Well, so you dive in and you don't feel, as you look at the statue, the pulse of it doesn't seem to affect you.
Okay.
So you dive down, and as you get close, you see now that it is a beautifully carved statue. It's truly a work of a master artisan. You also notice, now that you're kind of close to it and not distracted by its beauty, in its other hand that's not outstretched, there is a small white marble orb carved with intricate swirling patterns.
Okay. Is there anything else around these statues, or is it just like a little alcove with?
As
Can I-
you look around, it's the bottom of a very deep alcove, but
Okay.
there's luminescent fungus on the walls, like algae, but there doesn't appear to be anything else kind of lying around visibly.
Can I try to grab this orb?
Sure. So you reach out and take hold of it, and it just comes free. It's just resting on the open hand. And
Okay. If I try to like back up, do the fish and octopus follow, or?
they are right in front of the face, just staring at it.
At the statue, not the orb.
The
per
statue.
se. Okay, I'll put the orb in a pocket. Yeah, nobody needs to know about that.
Christ.
Yeah. I
Um,
hope it starts whispering to you later.
I know, right? And then I guess I'll grab the fish first. Hey, can I try to? Can I try to grab the fish?
Make an
Right,
athletics
Jackie
check.
Chan.
Let me see if I have any things that would be helpful here.
Could it be survival as like a
Like
Bear
fishing
Grylls
net.
skill? Like
You have a hook.
get it clean out of the water with your hand?
Okay.
You may can it.
Okay.
You-
So
you
I
can
have
hand
a
it by
horn
hand.
of silent alarm.
Jesus.
Can I try
My
to
fucking-
just scoop it into the horn?
Not where I saw that going.
Me neither.
It's so. I mean,
Just scoop it.
I guess technically that would be. It's still kind of like the grapple action, so it's still an athletics check.
That would be dexterity. As someone
and-
who's
oh,
trying
what
to
is it?
wrangle a fish.
It's with fish stats, so
Yeah. So yours would be a
What's the
dex to
check?
avoid it with a athletics for
Fish.
you, and for Kala you just roll a d20 plus 3.
That's higher than
Damn,
the
fish or
plus I have.
texture?
Okay, so that we're sure it's athletics.
Hmm.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that'd
So
be 8.
you managed to bottle her in this
No.
horn.
The only time
The,
you'll
the
ever
octopus
control-
is still like got its tentacles wrapped around the statue and is just looking at the
Okay.
statue's face.
Octopus later. I'll go back with the fish,
Right.
and I'll reach up and hand the horn to Marina. It's still filled with water, so she can breathe. So I'll say, all right. And I kind of have Brina put her hand at the bottom to plug the mouth bit so it doesn't leak
It's too
water.
small, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
Because it is an actual horn.
Yeah.
And I say, okay, this is Kala, hold her.
Go like this.
Does anybody have like a net or something for the octopus?
You know,
No.
I don't think I do.
Help me, God. Okay, I'll
I would
try.
have had stuff,
Whoa.
but I'm polymorphed.
You're a fish now. That's your chance.
Okay, yeah, I'll go down, try and grab Keytree.
This is Birdie's moment. This is
Yeah,
his
you
day.
guys watch. Birdie goes back to the water, dives back in.
I'm soaking wet. It's freezing cold. I fucking hate it here.
At
Yeah.
this point, having gone down and investigated and grabbed her and swum back up and dropped her off and gone back in, it's been a little over a minute. Need you to make that charisma save again.
Me?
No.
Do I need to make any saves?
Oh, but she
Child's
can't
play.
make
I said child's play. Nothing.
No, Kitri, you've been in constant sight of the statue the whole time. So you were just
Nothing can
enamored
stop
of
me.
it.
I'm all the way up.
Kala, yes, make yours because you are now no longer in sight of it. Yeah,
Nope.
you're trying to hold
Wow.
this horn, and that fish is just like trying to leap out. I'll say it's easy enough to put your hand over and keep her there, but
Stop.
so Birdie, you feel
Stop
that
fish.
pulse again,
Stop.
and you know how the glamours work. So you gather that seeing this statue triggers this effect.
Okay. So,
There's one thing you know is it's glamour. So
all
looking
about the
for
look.
any things that like any kind of cloth that I'm willing to give up. Certainly not my silver kimono.
I got one thing to say. You better work.
Interesting. I
Are
actually
you already underwater?
yes.
Okay. Good luck.
Okay, I do have okay. So with me, I have like a disguise kit and I have listed a costume set of clothes. I'm assuming
Okay.
in my pack, like I have like a little bundle that's like my costume set in case I need to like,
Okay.
put on a look or something.
Mustache.
Yeah.
If I just grab a rag or like, like I'm sure I have like a cape or like, a shirt
Like
or
a
something.
linen shirt.
Yeah. And pull it on top of that statue's head and like, or like, yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of bag the statue's head with your spare costume shirt. Kitri, I need you to remake your charisma saving throw.
Hooray.
Oh, me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was like zoned out. Charisma. Who, me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just come up.
Oh.
It's
Guys,
a
I'm trying to help you out here.
You're covering it, and you can see like for a moment she kind of flinches away, and then is drawn backward towards it.
octopus intensifies.
Octopying.
Okay, I'll. God. Okay, let me ask this. Hold on. Let me look at the spell. Give me a sec. Above the ground. Okay, okay. Is this statue like built into the ground or is it just sitting on top?
It's sort of stood on top, on like just a small stone pedestal.
Okay. What I'd like to do is use a charge from my tensorific choker. It's going to go on the ground in front of the statue. I'd then like to try and... Okay. I'd then like to take the rope that's tied to me and put it around the statue and give it a
Okay.
tug.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And I want Brina to pull this statue forward onto the tensorific disc so that I can move back this way and it'll bring the statue with it.
Okay.
And that's the level of D&D I'm on today.
Brina, do you tug on the rope?
Do I? Well, I thought I was holding a
You were
horn with
holding
a
a
fish
horn
in it.
full of a fish and trying to keep it from leaving. So
Well,
what do
you
you do?
do see the rope come a little, like it gives a little
Yeah,
tug.
you feel the tug on the rope to pull
There are
something
other
back.
people who can hold the fucking horn.
I was just saying,
I'm
how
afraid to give the horn
with
to
the
It's a
horn.
fish.
Yeah,
I'm
Galatar and
here.
Alexa are sitting there watching Brina panic.
I know, it's kind of fun.
Decision.
Copes
I
with
didn't
the
know this was
reality of
bad.
having two hands.
I hand it to
Art
Alexa,
imitating life.
I'll take it.
and I'll yank that rope back. Do what I'm good at.
Make an
He's
athletics
wrong.
check.
Do I watch this? Be never mind. That's gonna dump. Does that work?
Let's go,
Oh,
Brina.
28.
Oh fuck yeah! I was like, watch it be a one.
You hear a
That's a roll.
deep as the legs, the slender, delicate female legs of the statue crack at the ankles, and the statue just falls forward onto the ground and cracks into like 2 or 3 different pieces.
Oh.
Kitri,
is
Kala,
heavy.
suddenly you kind of come to your senses. Kala, you come to your
Fish Kala.
level intelligence
Yeah.
senses and find yourself swimming in a
You
very
are
confined
wet.
space.
Yeah, I have
But
no idea what's going on.
Kitri suddenly is aware, and you're just like, what?
I just
Am
give
I
her
in
a
a
wave.
bag-ish thing? Because he
No,
covered me in
you're
a...
just.
Nah, that was the statue.
Actually, you're kind of clutching the crumbled remains of a statue on the floor.
Yeah, I have an
Okay.
intelligence of 1. I don't know what's going on.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Kala's
let
just
go of
swimming
the
around.
statue, and I'll probably look around really confused, being like, I came down here for Kala.
You see Birdie sitting there with like what remains of a shirt.
Yeah, I'm
in
taking the
water.
shirt back.
Yeah, he's sort of like folding it up and starting to swim towards the surface.
I'm looking in there going like, so this is what it's like to be on the other side.
I'll swim to the surface as well.
You guys make it back to the surface. You explain that Kala's okay, and I assume Galatar will drop the spell.
No,
So you-
let her be.
Galatar, do you drop polymorph? I mean, everything's all good. He
Never.
drops it.
Okay. Yeah.
He
So you guys are
thought,
all.
I don't know, maybe at first. So we're all back.
Yeah, you guys are all in your normal bodies, sane, on the floor.
A little wetter.
Yeah,
A
some
lot
of you
wetter.
soaking wet.
Yeah, hate it here.
What are you doing?
Well, are we gonna do the next one?
Yep,
No,
All
we
right.
we gotta. Right.
Maybe
we
the
need-
whole tying it around myself worked well, I thought.
Yeah, maybe just you go this time.
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
just
maybe
me.
but the other one wasn't
the other one
pleasant
is scary.
for-
Yeah, that
that's
one
not-
was.
Well,
is
now
there
again,
anyone
we
who's,
shouldn't bring the race thing into it because the Ascalonians were really not good in that front.
With so much context.
Is there anyone who's
Building in the lore that ancient Ascalonians were racist.
They were racist against Char.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
but
fair.
also racist against
But also,
us.
And
yeah.
Crichton's too. Yeah.
Okay, so they actually were kind of
Yeah.
I
kind of
just
bad.
don't understand what the statue's point is. I mean, there doesn't seem
I
to be
don't
anything
know.
else in the room. There's the
Yeah,
sarcophagus just has pictures, and there are a couple of recesses, but there was just a statue down there.
I thought there would be
what-
something
Yeah,
down there
there
we
was-
needed for
With
the
With
thing.
the statue for the bar.
Yeah, that's weird. Let's
So
go
it's
check
the-
the other one out.
Does
Birthday.
30 show us the ore?
What?
Yeah.
Does 30?
No.
He is not. Do
Okay.
not.
That's
know
why
I-
I
yet.
it
wanted
was-
to go look at
It
the
was
other one.
player asking.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Let's check out the other one. We got nothing to lose.
Except
Okay.
for our lives. So
Speak for you. I'll go down. I'll go down. I'm already wet.
okay,
Okay.
I will put the
Do you
rope
tie the
on.
rope around yourself?
Yes, I will tie the rope around myself. I'll tell him this time if I can't, fight off whatever it is, then
I keep
they
screaming out.
will probably have
Yeah, I
to pull
think-
me back up.
I
I'll
think
go
you'll
back
come
down
running
as an
out
octopus.
if it's a problem.
Okay.
Alexa
Yeah.
came running out.
I'll go back as an octopus.
Okay, guys, I'll be honest with you here. I've thought it over.
Oh
Mm.
god.
I did find something down there.
Mm.
This is part of me coming clean. I'm trying to reevaluate myself. So I found this kind of white orb. Now, finders keepers, so obviously mine, but you may look.
Does it look like it would fit in the recess on the sarcophagus?
Perfectly.
Oh,
I think this probably goes with the sarcophagus then, which would mean that the second recess would be another orb, I guess, in the northern fountain.
Did Galatar
well.
see that?
Finders keepers.
Yeah,
so-
Galatar went and looked at the
Yes, thank you.
sarcophagus after he handed Kala the sword.
Yeah, he spent a couple of turns with Kitri looking at the sarcophagus.
Okay. So I guess we'll put it there and then take it back once it does whatever it needs
Yeah.
to do. Because again, I have dibs on that. I feel like it's like a good crystal energy. It's good for like cleansing spaces.
okay.
I'll go over to the other one and jump in with the rope tied on me. Brina got
Okay.
the other end.
Can I hop in? as an
Hum into
octopus?
myself, obviously.
What is it, Kitri?
Kitri's gonna hop in as an octopus again for utility purposes.
Yeah, so you guys drop into the water. I need you both to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh, what?
Fuckers.
I wasn't gonna say anything about it.
So
being
is
different.
is it charmed or frightened?
25.
8.
Fucking damn it, Alex.
So
I was
Keytree,
gonna say.
as you
Hey, Birdie didn't know.
I'm thinking
Oh.
as soon as we finish this room, we're gonna call it, which should be very soon. You guys dip under the water, and Birdie, you just like cross your arms and just fall straight in, full of confidence, until you see
Oh,
this
I'm
shadowy
ready for this.
black figure resolve into a grotesque black marble statue of a humanoid creature, but with like eels for hair and like 6 crab-like arms and a face looking like a lobster, but in an open, toothy scream, and you just lose your shit. I have to roll.
Oh, fuck.
This
wanna
was so
know
much
what-
fun to come up with,
Yeah.
and
Birdie's
you
doing
are
heroes.
stunned.
Oh.
You're shitting me.
Oh, different and
You
delicious.
are stunned underwater and begin to suffocate.
Okay, I mean, you all can see I'm just like
Yeah, and
stiff as a
Keytree,
board
like,
down
you
there.
drop in and you see this, but like you yourself are a tentacled creature, and looking at this horrific shape, like it's freaky as fuck. But you know, okay, you can deal. And you see Birdie just go, and his breath just escapes
Can
him.
I try to well, can I get the orb first one?
Priorities.
With your swim speed, it's like what, 40 feet, 50
Yeah,
something for an
Something.
octopus.
I think it's like God, this computer's getting so it's 30 feet swimming, 5 foot on the ground.
Okay, so yeah, with your swim speed, you just dash down to this thing, and you can also see in one of its crazy clawed hands there is a small obsidian orb, similarly carved. So you wrap your tentacle around it and start dashing your way back towards Birdie.
So
It
does
was
he?
the
Can
rope.
I
Tug
Yeah,
or
does
anything?
rope-
No, the rope is around Birdie, and he's just kind of bobbing about
And
6 feet under the
Keytree,
surface.
can she try to sort of seeing the bubbles leaving Birdie's nose, try to like take her little tentacles and like clap her like tentacled arms over his like orifices to keep
So
the air from escaping?
I have a rope tied around me that
And then
is
she's gonna
held
use
by
another
Brina.
one, but you haven't tugged on it. Keitree's gonna try and
Yeah.
tug on the rope as much as she can as an octopus. Not
Yeah.
sure how much slack or force that requires, but she's at least gonna try and keep Birdie's air in his freaking face.
Octopi are pretty tough, actually.
They're
as far as
tactile.
their
I
strength, the
wasn't
strength,
sure
it's all
about
just muscle
strong.
inside the tentacle.
Okay.
So yeah, Brina, you feel 2 kind of soft tugs on the rope.
I yank him back.
Hauls Birdie out. It's like somebody pulling a big fish into a fishing boat.
Not that big one.
Birdie, go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw, now that you can no longer see the statue.
And
And yeah, Birdie, he hits the ground and he's just stunned, looking at the ceiling, but breathing.
Whatever he's afraid of is
Uh,
really
Yeah,
bad.
Keytree's floppy octopus forms like on the ground next to him, and you can see in one tentacle she's got a black orb rolled up.
Huh. Mission success.
We did it.
familiar, but not too familiar.
I don't think this one was quite as maybe up Bertie's alley. I think it did. It was like a creepy statue. I think it wasn't so much like it wanted me to stay there so much as it wanted you to like it didn't want you to love it, it wanted you to fear it. Anyways, here's the bowl. Keitree's gonna unwild shape as she starts to not breathe as an octopus.
Galatar, go for the sarcophagus.
Yeah, just go ahead
Okay,
and fish it
I
off
can do
Birdie.
that.
I don't think he's gonna mind.
Here, Bertie, I'll just take this, but it's still yours, I promise.
Not a one
You're
of
just
the-
catatonic.
So I kind of drug your tokens back into the center. Position yourselves where you are.
Oh
Okay.
fuck.
I
what
guess
if
I'm
this
still over by the
releases-
pool.
I guess I just grabbed this from Birdie, so wherever Birdie is.
Oh yeah, if we're gonna stay by Birdie.
I'll
yeah.
stay by Birdie, yeah.
I say Brina's probably over there somewhere with the rope.
I feel like I should take a look at this before anybody does anything to it.
I don't
What
think that's a
puts
bad
the
idea.
puts the spheres in? You mean?
Yeah. I'd like
Huh.
to check for
Couldn't
traps.
hurt.
Sure. Yeah,
It
make an
looks trapped.
investigation check.
Probably a great idea.
Alexa, do you detect magic on these? Like on the orbs themselves?
Also, probably a great idea. So yeah, I'll go ahead and cast Detect Magic.
Kala, you look around, checking the edges and the different lines and angles. You're pretty confident there aren't any tripwires or mechanisms that you can see that would indicate this being mechanically trapped.
All right. I don't
There
see
is-
anything. And then I'm going to back up.
There
Yes,
is
I'll
a
stand here.
very powerful aura of abjuration magic around these stone rings that kind of encompass this this sarcophagus, these two stone rings, and the sarcophagus itself. Let me double check. Is an aura of transmutation magic.
Does the abjuration magic that Alexa sees, does it seem to be about like the same potency of the abjuration magic on the door upstairs?
The King Adelbern's tomb door?
Mm-hmm.
Make an Arcana check.
Well, I can't see it, so she
Oh,
just
yeah,
Alexa
I-
cast detect
Ah,
Yeah.
detect magic, but
my bad.
See, he
Yeah,
asked
no
me. I'll try and if I'm allowed.
13.
I'm not great at
They're-
judging things like that.
Yeah, like
I'm not
this
learned in Arcana.
This
Came
seems
naturally.
very obviously a powerful enchantment. The one upstairs was formidable, but maybe not quite of this magnitude.
It looks
Would
like
I
we
know-
really should use the balls.
anything about like magic that might use similar mechanisms as this?
Make an Arcana check.
It's been like,
And this is going to be a high DC.
yeah, that's fine. Hopefully you roll well. Maybe not. Nope.
Yeah, with this specific,
Oh, no.
this is pretty intricate. This is not something
Mhm.
you've come across in your studies.
Well, there's a chance that maybe if we put it in the sarcophagus, that could help with opening the door up above. I don't know. It could also be that freeing the spirit has already helped do what we can in this room. I don't.
Oh,
Could be
yeah,
something we
where
need
do
in
I
the
know?
sarcophagi.
Man,
That's
Bertie,
true.
what do you think? Just kidding.
Bertie and Galatar.
I'm still stunned, bruh.
I know that was a
Yes,
bit.
actually you are. So Galatar, make a
Uh-huh.
history check for me. Or
Okay.
religion, either way.
We can
Uh,
mage hand the orbs.
They're
in
the
too.
same. I don't get to make religion checks. Let's try it. 20.
Okay. You've read some accounts of archaeological digs, scholars who have gone out and studied ancient tombs in a variety of cultures, and you know that it's kind of a through line. It's a fairly common thing in powerful tombs that crypts, sarcophagi, and similar structures are warded against tomb robbers and people who would pillage their contents.
I mean, the sarcophagus probably has something valuable in it that they're trying to ward people away from, but I don't really want to rob a grave, especially not if it doesn't have anything to do with our current task.
Well, why don't we ask our resident Askell? Oh, right, he's on the ground.
I mean, we haven't learned anything in here to help with the door, so I
Are we all just talking about Bertie's just like
Yeah. That I rolled for the duration. It's 4 minutes.
I just pat him gently on the head.
Wow. How things come around, you know?
Yeah,
Circle.
sort of like just shaking a little bit on the floor, looking at the ceiling.
The longest he's ever been quiet. Brave.
I feel like we gotta try the sarcophagus. It's the only thing left to do.
Yeah,
You've got a
let's
mage
do
hand,
it.
You've got a mage hand. Let's just do this.
yeah, I mean, I can use my mage hand if you want to use your mage hand, so we can step back and do it. On count of 3, I guess we'll move our light token
Yeah,
over to the south side.
say 30 feet. I'm gonna go here.
I'll go. Was Mage Hand 30 feet?
Yes.
I'm gonna pick
I'll
Birdie
stand
up
here.
just in case something crazy happens when they do this.
Okay.
Thank you.
So-
I was just thinking like this place is gonna collapse, and Birdie's just gonna be like.
3 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
As he falls into the
Killed
abyss.
by rocks.
Man, things really do come full circle in this
Rocks
game.
fall, everybody dies.
Rocks fall,
So
everybody
you
dies.
guys both, Alexa and Galatar, are using
Mm-hmm.
your mage hand to place these orbs.
Yeah, at the same time, I guess.
Okay. So you guys watch as these two spectral hands float through the air, each with one orb to the eastern head of this sarcophagus, and one by one, or I guess both at the same time, slowly nestle these orbs into the stone. And as the hands release, there's a heartbeat where nothing happens. It's just silence and the faint whispers coming from this crack in the floor. And then suddenly, the light from the crack in the floor flickers briefly, and there's a terrible grinding as one of the stone rings starts to rotate itself free, and you see that it's not a full ring, it's a crescent like the letter C, as one stone ring removes itself from the top of the sarcophagus, kind of retreating into the floor, retracting, if you will. And then the second ring also grinds against the stone, retracting into the floor. There's a slight tremor, and then everything is still and quiet once more.
Well, I guess now we can open it.
You want to try and maybe
Uh,
push the
yeah,
lid off?
Brina, would you be able to maybe help do it so that we don't damage the lid? I would like to preserve it if possible.
Oh man, I was gonna do like a nose goes, who gets to open the spooky door thing, but sure, I'll open the spooky door.
Well, he can help you. We're just not very strong.
Yeah, you guys
And
are.
Cole is already holding Bertie, so
Well, someone needs to. Okay,
yeah.
I'll do it. Is this a door? Where am I looking?
The sarcophagus.
What a pickle! I'll open it.
Paula, I'm just curious. How are you holding Birdie? Is it like over the shoulder? Is it like in your arms, like
No, like
baby?
Yeah, like in my
Okay.
arms.
Gotcha.
Like a baby.
Like a baby.
Like a
Little
birdie
birdie baby.
straight over the threshold.
Yeah,
Aw.
like that.
Okay, so Galatar and
such a
Brina
great
are opening the
bride.
lid.
Yeah.
Okay, so you lean down, and between your monstrous giant strength with your belt, Brina, and Galatar helping, you guys hear as the stone lid is just very easily slid to one side. I'm so happy when I see y'all's faces react to these sounds.
I know, they're so
rewarding.
good.
I love it. As the lid shifts and you can see what lies in the tomb, there is the remains of a once regally shaped humanoid male. His skin now pulled taut and desiccated from years in this dry crypt. There is an air of stale, dry tomb air that wafts out towards you. Each kind of hold your breath for a moment. Looking down into the tomb, his once vivid hunter green tunic and leathers are now pale and withered with age, falling apart on his skeletal frame. But clutched, lying lengthways next to him at his side, is a pristine bow that looks like it has no signs of weathering or age.
Well, none of us uses a longbow.
There's just bones in here and a cool bow.
Is it a longbow or just
I believe it's a short
Magical
bow.
bow?
Let me double check.
Well, I can't even use it. I was just
So a short bow is a simple weapon.
I can use it.
It is a short bow.
I'll carry Birdie over since it seems safe and take a look at all of this.
It's just this bow that seems of interest. I mean, I guess I could identify it if you want, but
I'm assuming it looks magical when I look at it.
It
Might
does.
detect
As
magic.
as you look over the lid of the sarcophagus, it is absolutely magical.
What kind of magical essence does she? Do you get to?
Not really spells.
Okay,
So yeah.
got you.
Is there any writing in here? Writing on the lid, like the inside, or
There's just stylized on the outside of the coffin, like scenes of deer and wildlife and trees and leafy vines and stuff like that.
Do I
nothing on
know?
the inside? Like you had to
No,
open
the
it to
inside's
see.
pretty smooth.
Did Nente, was he known to have like a legendary bow? I mean, he's a pretty famous Ascalonian figure, right?
He was a famous Master Ranger, but specifically like about his bow itself, no, it wasn't like a name that anybody knew or anything like that.
Okay.
Should we just take the bow and then put the lid back on and leave him resting to be?
I mean, I guess
we
if
need a
you
bow.
want to take the bow, but none of us use a bow. And I,
Maybe we could sell it.
I use a bow. Like I currently carrying a bow.
yeah, but don't you just use your blaster now?
Oh, she's
No,
using
it kind
bow.
of broke. It wouldn't work in the cold, so I'm using a bow now.
Oh, but don't you use +1, like, isn't it a crossbow?
No, it's a bow
Short
made
bow.
out of Yeti horns.
Oh, I had
Here,
no idea.
Berkeley, do you want it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we can take it and identify it later.
Yeah,
There's
what are
nothing else in
these?
here that seems.
Inside the tomb, everything in the sarcophagus looks old and time worn and rotten, except that bow.
The Alatar will reach in and grab the bow and say an apology to Nente as he does it.
Okay. As you do that, sharp, spiky thorns
Fucking damn it.
explode outward, vines crawling outward from the sarcophagus, over across the floor, up the
Of course they
walls,
fucking do.
in a 20-foot radius around you all.
Cool.
Does it screw up the body?
It
Oh,
seems to
yeah.
kind of emanate from the body.
Cool.
Well, there we go.
Y'all just couldn't help yourselves, huh?
I didn't want to take it. All right. Let's see.
So now we're just.
Am
covered with
I
thorns.
going to die from this damage?
Yeah, all around you
Legit
is
question.
a deep, like ankle-deep field of sharp, thorny vines.
Doesn't hurt us when it first.
It kind of snakes
Comes out?
all around your feet, but no, it
Okay.
doesn't pierce you as it comes out, no.
Well, Brina, would you help me put this lid back on? Maybe then we could
Shit.
remove the orbs and seal it back up.
Yeah, we'll put that lid back on. God
Sorry.
damn it.
I know it's very heavy.
No, it is not that heavy. I just don't like all the spike things. Yeah, we put the
You
lid
guys
back.
slide the lid back on.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, cool.
The fantasy.
So, you're all kind of gathered around this now closed sarcophagus. The two orbs still rest in their holders, and you now have a magic short bow. But you are sort of stuck in this field of deadly thorns.
Oh, we can't
Oh.
move.
Well, you can.
Okay.
It,
mean,
it looks
I'm-
like it would be very difficult, and you're gonna get pricked on the way out.
Can I try and start?
Can I
moving away?
bamf out?
This square right next to me.
You could certainly try. You start moving, Alexa.
No, I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna just cast firebolt and just start burning it.
Yeah, so you start throwing balls of flame down, and the flame just melts around the thorns. They are not living, normal plants. They are magical conjurations.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
this
I'm
might
gonna walk
be
out
a
of
good
this and
spot.
carry.
We
I
can
don't know
leave
what
it
time
here.
Paige has to go. This might be a
I have homework I gotta do.
Yeah, that's.
yeah. We got a little thorn
There's
A
a
thing
little
to
stop.
get
dire
out of.
straits.
Leave
We're
us
literally
a field of
stuck.
Yeah.
thorns.
Yeah, we can absolutely do that.
Stuck in the field of thorns.
I will stop
The thorn
the
field.
recording.
If you thorn it, they